Blue, how are you doing?
Yeah, fine, Matt. I'd like to send a birthday greeting to Jason John Baptist, who will be celebrating his birthday tomorrow, from One Pot.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings coming from his mom, his Aunt Doreen, his Uncle Cuthbert, and all the rest of his friends, fans, and his customers. I pray God blessing on him, guidance and protection. Have a blessed day, Matt.
Have a blessed day. Thank you. Mr. Jason John Baptist. Happy birthday to you. From One Port. I hope there's a round in the house tonight, huh? If you confirm that, send me a text message, okay? One round in the house tonight from One Port. Have a great day, brother. Happy birthday to Kimuel LeQuint of Castle Bruce, from the whole family and friends. You're 8 years old today.
We'll make the dream become reality. I know you will. That's our hearts tell us.
Asking the peace of God to cover Dominic at this time on this holy Thursday morning.
Peace of God, cover me. Cover me.
Hello, good morning to you. Uh-oh.
Cover me.
In the morning, good morning.
Mr. Pelican, blessed day to you, sir.
Blessed day to you.
I give thanks. I appreciate that acceptance and it right to your gate. Matt, I heard about the picture, Gota, Parish Pit, who passed on. I tuned in a little late. I just tuned. And somebody told me a name yesterday, Damn, Matt, when you getting old is a bad thing.
It's a blessing too. It's a blessing too.
I don't get to know old. I grow in. I grow in to maturity. But let me just extend my condolences. The lady told me her name yesterday and look at it, slipped me. My condolences to the friends and family of the lady who passed on. I think it's Gota. Blessings to you all. Oh my God, hey, Oliver Walsh, we going to he always calling you boots on the ground, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Lionel Laville, I'm Julius Timothy, Ozil Luis, your honor, blessings to you, sir. Papa, blessings to you. Auntie Ruby, Dr. Jeffrey, and all my guardian angels. We going to, I tell that group of guardian angels this morning, it's a while, but anyway, everybody enjoy. May the Almighty continue to guide and protect and preserve and prosper and heal us all. More life, more strength, more blessings, more glory. All friends, all fools, all lovers, all haters, and all my guardian angels again. Matt, eternally indebted and grateful and thankful. Matt, do not hate people, no, Matt. Matt, hating people is a waste of energy. Oh, have a blessed day, sir.
Have a blessed day. Sylvia Thomas in Houston, Texas. Good morning to you. A blessed Thursday. A blessed and holy Thursday to you. No doubt about it that death is our worst enemy. Although we know that it will come and it's an appointment we can't reschedule or cancel, yet we still can't accept it. Oh, but the glory, that coming day when that enemy, death, will be no more. Hallelujah. May you have a peaceful day today, Sylvia Thomas from Houston. That's the day. No, you're right. We can't reschedule, huh?
Let your peace cover us. Oh, yeah. Let it cover you right. Oh, Lord. Just breathe on your people. Peace of God. Just breathe on your people through the storm. Only in you. Only in you. I'm safe in you. Yes, I am. Only in you. I'm secure. Only in you. Only in you. I find peace. So cover me. Cover me. Oh, Lord. It's now. My God. Oh, Lord. God. Let your peace cover us. Oh, yeah. Let it cover you right. Oh, Lord. Just breathe on your people. Peace of God. Just breathe on your people through the storm. Only in you. Only in you. I'm safe in you. Yes, I am. Only in you. I'm secure. Only in you. Only in you. I find peace. So cover me. Cover me. Oh, Lord. It's you now.
A very, very important week in the Catholic calendar. And we're going to join Monsignor John Lewis as we start off our program this morning to tell us about the significance of Holy Thursday, Good Friday, and of course the entire weekend leading up to Easter Sunday. Father John Lewis, good morning. Good morning to you. Thank you for joining. Good morning to you. Yes, we want to learn a little more about the significance of this entire week.
Well, Holy Week, to really understand Holy Week, you have to go back to the beginning of the Lenten season, which is Ash Wednesday. So Ash Wednesday begins the Lenten season, where it's a time of repentance, a time of prayer, a time of fasting, a time of giving alms, but most of all, a time of searching oneself inwardly to see where one is in terms of their relationship with God and his neighbor. And we go through 5 weeks of Lent, and then we come to Holy Week, which begins with Palm Sunday. So in a sense, this is the culmination of the whole exercise from the beginning now, because all of Lent is preparation for Easter, to celebrate the Easter celebration, which is, of course, the passion, death, and resurrection of the Lord. So we begin on Palm Sunday with the triumphant entry into Jerusalem, as we read in the Gospels, that he entered into Jerusalem and people were shouting, Hosanna, Hosanna, and he rode on the donkey, coming in not as a king in a horse and chariot, but as a humble king. So that is the first big day, Palm Sunday. And the next 3 days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, what the church gives us is readings from Isaiah the prophet. There are 4 beautiful poems there that refer to the suffering servant. And we get those poems again. And now, of course, we realize they're all attributed to the Messiah. He comes as a humble servant, chosen from the womb, but he comes also with a certain mission, which is to bring salvation to the people. And then the sacred Triduum begins. Triduum means 3 days. It's one beautiful ceremony that goes over 3 liturgical days. And it begins with Holy Thursday. And the first big event there is what we call the Mass of the Lord's Supper. This is the one we reenact in the sense we remember the first supper, which was the Last Supper, where he sat with his disciples, and he instituted the Eucharist, when he said, take this bread, this is my body, take this wine, this is my blood. So it's the understanding that begins, in a sense, the great mystery of salvation, where he, as the priest, ushers in the priesthood so that all his disciples now become priests. And then he offers them his body and blood. So he institutes also the Eucharist. Now, what he gives us also there is what we call the mandatum, which is to love one another as I have loved you. And he did that in a very significant way. He washed the feet of his disciples. And that is significant because in terms of leadership, in the world, leaders don't do that. Leaders, lord it over those that they're in charge of. They play, they're the ones in charge and so forth. They run things as it were. But he says, no, I am the leader. I am the Lord. And here I am doing this menial task that is normally relegated to the lowest of servants, to wash the feet of those who come to the house. And I'm giving that to you as an example. As I do that for you, now do that to one another. I mean, that is a very powerful, powerful, powerful way of recognizing the leadership within the Christian community. And, of course, it's a time also where people bring in several gifts for others, because communion also means reaching out to others. So communion, Holy Communion, the bread and wine that we receive, but also the fact that we belong to each other, and therefore we reach out to each other. And then the day transitions into the following day, which is called Good Friday of the Lord's Passion. That is the day when, again, because his death is important for his resurrection, we look at the death, we celebrate the death, if you want. So on Good Friday, we read the Gospel according to John, which is a very beautiful, detailed account of how he was not only crucified, but how he was beaten, scourged, and maligned, and humiliated in all the ways you can think of. And then at the end, of course, he's crucified between the 2 criminals as a criminal himself. A crucifixion that he didn't deserve, because even on the cross, one of them says, the one who begins to berate Jesus, and the other one says, be quiet, because what we have received, we've received it because we deserved it, but this one does not deserve to die. And then he says, Lord, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus replies, this day you will be with me in paradise. So we celebrate the death, and it's a beautiful thing, Because what we do also is recognize that he died on the cross. So the cross is significant in the life of every Christian. A lot of people wear crosses for jewelry. But, the cross is a sign of life, and recognizing that this is how my God saved me on the wood of the cross. So there's a big procession of the cross within the service of Good Friday. And then, of course, we pray for all the different groups in the world, a formal prayer. And then we receive Holy Communion, after listening, of course, to the beautiful reading of the gospel. In some churches, the gospel is dramatized. In fact, this year, we plan to dramatize it. Our youth will dramatize it in the Church of St. Alphonsus at 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon. And then we transition again into Holy Saturday. Now, Holy Saturday day is a quiet day, but it all opens up as a vigil on Holy Saturday night. And the vigil is normally kept in the night, so 10, 11 o'clock. But the beautiful thing about the vigil is already the resurrection of the Lord. It starts with the blessing of the new fire, and then the lighting of the Easter candle, which is a representation of Christ himself, who comes as the light of the world. The darkness has been shattered. And we light our candles. Everyone is invited to bring a candle to church. Also, they light the candles. And we come in and we sing this beautiful hymn called The Exalted, which talks about this night when God delivered his people. No, this night when God delivers his people, because he's still doing it even now. And then we go through readings that again talk about how God saved his people from Genesis, from Exodus, and so forth, all culminating in recognizing that Jesus died, but he rose again. And that is the time we sing Hallelujah. Hallelujah has not been sung since the beginning of Lent. Hallelujah once again. Hallelujah, the Lord is risen. And during that night also, Matt, we have people who will become Catholic. So those who will be baptized, confirmed, and receive communion for the first time. Men, this is adults, men and women who have not been baptized, who want to become Catholic. And also, all others already baptized, renew the vows of our baptism. Every year, once a year that is done. We as Catholics do not re-baptize, we can only receive baptism once, but every year we're invited as Christians and Catholics to renew the vows of our baptism. And then we go into the Holy Eucharist and receive Holy Communion. It's significant that this particular night, this is the night when we remember, in a sense, all the great things that God has done for us. And the greatest of these is sending his son Jesus to die that we might live. And then, of course, that gives way into Easter Sunday, when we celebrate again, continue to celebrate the resurrection of the Lord. So yes, this is a very significant week, we call it the Great Week, the Holy Week or the Great Week, where all of these events flow one into the next. And basically it's one event. It's the mystery of our salvation. Jesus Christ, who came as a human person, but also God, suffered, died, and rose again. And we rejoice in the cross on which he died that we might have life. So that, in a sense, is sort of a summary of what Holy Week is all about. And I would like to greet all my people and tell them, delve into the ceremonies. Go understand what we're doing from Thursday evening into Friday, into Saturday night, and then into Sunday morning. And then, of course, the most important thing is to relish the fact that he came for me. He came to die for me. How precious I am to him. And therefore, I don't want to let myself down. I don't want to let him down. I don't want to let my neighbor down.
Thank you so much, Father. As a result of this, your final statement this morning, I'm going to play this one there called Jesus in the Middle. He saved me. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All the best.
All right.
God bless.
On scene. Let's take it from the top, Dominica. Let's go. Giant Kingstown. The man in the middle.
Yeah. It's your boy.
We're going to come back after this.
What you say? What you The one in the middle save me. What you say? Jesus in the middle save me. To sinners by his side, I was the one on the right. Jesus in the middle, save me. The one in the middle, save me. What you say now? Jesus in the middle, save me. Oh yeah, yeah. To sinners by his side, I was the one on the right. Jesus in the middle, save me. When I sing, oh Lord, remember me. When you go into that place, remember me. When you walk in paradise, Jesus set me free. From sin and shame, he set me free. The one in the middle, he was in the middle. Jesus in the middle, save me. The one in the middle, save me. What you say now, Jesus in the middle, save me. Oh yeah, yeah. To sinners by his side, I was the one on the right. Jesus in the middle, save me. When I sing the Lord, freedom, freedom. Some are crying freedom, devotion, wisdom, wisdom, the way into the kingdom.
It's already 8:26 in the morning. This is
Truth and the light. No man comes about
the hot set.
by me. Save me. What you say now, Jesus in the middle, save me. Sinners by his side, I was a
Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Morning to you. Morning to you. How you doing?
I'm good.
Good.
But I just wondering, come and see you standing blessing people and giving them communion and all those things there.
I know you'll be first in line.
Jesus in the middle, save me. Freedom, freedom. Somebody crying freedom, give us your wisdom. The way into the kingdom. I am the way, the truth, and the light. No man comes to by me, by me. The one in the middle, save me. What you say now, Jesus in the middle, save me. When I sing the Lord, to sinners by his side, I was the one on the right.
The one in the middle saved me.
Save me. Oh, what you say? You save me. Oh, oh, you save me. 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 And this you save me. You save me. Back up, you save me. That's just save me. Jesus, save me. Just save me. The one in the middle. He was in the middle. Yeah, Jesus in the middle. Save me.
Giant Kingston. Man in the middle.
Just save me.
Let's say good morning to our sponsors this morning. Thank you, Jai. Thank you. Thank you.
Got Wisconsin at Court. Get the lowest prices guaranteed. Get appliances, furniture, electronics, and so much more. If you find a lower price on any other products elsewhere, we'll match the price. Plus, we'll give you back 110% of the difference. Shop with confidence only at Court. Bringing value home. Special conditions apply.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
We bring the power, light up your world.
Hello there, it's your trusted PRO, Ayola George, reminding all Domlex pay-as-you-go customers to top up before the holiday weekend begins to avoid disconnection. Top up on Saturday too if you forgot. Remember, no disconnect applies to Sundays only, so when you top up on Saturday, try to cover Monday as well. Have a blessed and happy Easter.
The power to serve you better.
The Dominican Cycling Association announced its official race for 2025, carried for April 20th, 2025. This Sunday, all adult cyclists are advised to get ready. The route is as follows. The race begins from Maboy's Bar to Collier and back, and then up to Point Michel. Back down to Maboy's Bar. Everyone is invited to come out and support the cyclists. The Dominica Cycling Association would like to thank its official sponsors, the Dominica Olympic Committee, KFC Dominica, Fine Foods Inc., Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, Maboy's Bar, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, Ronald Charles and Associates, Sachico Insurance, Auto Trade Limited, Fresh Market. A special thanks to Carrie FM, Dominica Police Force, Red Cross, the St. Alfonso Scout Troop, and Q95 FM Radio, the big station. Exciting news from AutoTrade. Incredible savings are here. Take advantage of AutoTrade's Thrifty Thursday promotion. Mark your calendars. On the last Thursday of each month, AutoTrade is offering up to 20% off items throughout the store. Yes, 20% off. But wait, here's more. Keep your eyes peeled for our exclusive Deal of the Day offer, bringing you even bigger discounts on select items. Whether you're looking for car accessories, maintenance essentials, or just browsing for a great deal, we've got you covered. So be sure to swing by AutoTrade every last Thursday. At AutoTrade, it's more than a vehicle, it's a relationship. Terms and conditions apply.
We now carry and are fully stocked in granola fertilizers. Urea 46%, great for leafy green 15-15-15, great for all vegetables or young fruit trees 20-20-20, best for foliar spray and seedings and small vegetables 12-12-17, great for tree crops or flowering vegetables and fruits 12-24-12, root crop fertilizer like dasheen and white potato 12-4-28, great for tree crops or flowering vegetables and fruits. Red potash for fruit trees and vegetables. All the fertilizers you need are available at Bloombox, located on Federation Drive, Goodwill, second property on the right after the Valley Link Road. Your one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
Not only does it make your white the cleanest and brightest, the benefits of using Clean and White bleach are endless. The sterilizing property of Clean and White bleach is beneficial for several household purposes. Clean and White bleach has the ability to remove mold and mildew from hard surfaces, serve as a disinfectant for household items like your kitchen and bathroom area, and even your baby's toys. Clean and White bleach is available in various sizes at Fine Foods. Call 617-6342 or order on Click and Collect your Clean and White bleach today. Clean and White bleach available at Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Dominica, the parish of St. Mark is inviting everyone all over the Nature Isle to the launching of the Grand Scots Head Reunion on Easter Sunday. All roads lead to Kajako on Easter Sunday for the grand, impressive Scots Head Reunion from 4:30 p.m. Come and enjoy this exciting lifetime occasion. There will be fun and frolic for the entire family. You already know Scots Head is fish time anytime. So come enjoy fish upon fish upon fish, juicy, succulent, well-prepared, fresh catch of the day fish meals, cold Kobalis, 3 for only $10 all weekend long. And the launching of the original Kobali Blush. Not forgetting the live entertainment, local style with Mr. Mix, old school, and the latest hottest hits by Dr. Miguel Lavady. Don't miss the Scots Head grand and exciting reunion where there's something for everyone, including you, this Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday, the place to be is Scots Head. Miss it, Matty, ever blamical, blame yourself. Look at people.
Sunrise Airways is connecting the OECS fly to and from Grenada, St. Vincent, St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Kitts, and Antigua with seamless onward connections. Enjoy competitive fares and the best in travel. Book now at sunriseairways.net or with your travel agent. Sunrise Airways, One Caribbean. We fly to connect people. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Sunrise Airways.
The St. Joseph Worship Center is hosting Volume 2 of the Worshippers on the Frontline event. This is a daybreak gospel event guarded for April 18th, 2025. Come be inspired, denouncing separation and embracing unity among the saints, the community, and the nation. On the lineup, Ebenezer Praise, Tahila Tribe, Janelli Charles, Beverly LeBlanc, and friends, DJ Shad, Sanctified, Champion, In God, the Layu Methodist Church Worship Team, and country singer Julian Rivera. It's all going down at the St. Joseph Worship Center. We say a special thank you to our sponsors, D&D Plumbing and Electricals, Inc., Flow Dominica, Springfield Trading Limited, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, Petro Caribe, and Lindomart. Worshippers on the Frontline Volume 2. On a mission to build a nation of worshippers. Friday, April 18th, 2025, at the St. Joseph Worship Center near the St. Joseph Highway from 8 p.m. till.
Hello there, it's your trusted PRO, Ayola George, reminding all Domlex pay-as-you-go customers to top up before the holiday weekend begins to avoid disconnection. Top up on Saturday too if you forgot. Remember, no disconnect applies to Sundays only, so when you top up on Saturday, try to cover Monday as well. Have a blessed and happy Easter.
Give babies the comfort they need with Paddless diapers. A diaper with a powerful storage core that locks the wetness away and keep your baby dry. Smooth your baby's skin with a breathable cotton-like cover because Paddless diapers has a wetness indicator. Your precious baby deserves a diaper like Paddless, which has an easy fit due to flexible side panels with stretch that ensures increased comfort and freedom to move, to crawl, to walk, to run, and play. Paddless, distributed by Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Get ready to kickstart your weekend as Kids Rental, Allen Sounds, Global Beer, and Justice Delight brings to you the ultimate breakfast vibes this Easter Saturday. All roads lead to Sultan as Summer Special brings you the best of both worlds. Mouth-watering breakfast and a high-energy, non-stop party atmosphere. Featuring Dominica Stop DJ Fantastic and DJ Flip the Boss. Signal band combo. Breakfast 5 starts at 7 in the morning. On the menu, sauce and black pudding, stew bugs, stew bags, stew turkey, hot water, fish water, bullfoot soup, vegan saltfish, and so much more. So don't miss Breakfast Vibes, all happening Easter Saturday, April 19th. Summer special in Sultan from 7 a.m. Free parking, lots to eat and drink. Bring your friends, bring your entire family. Let's make some memories. Sing it.
Big news, Dominica! Druid Center is now even closer to you with the opening of Druid Center Express, conveniently located on Cork Street, right next to Fresh Market. Get all your home improvement essentials fast with everything from tools and paints to home decor and more. Plus, enjoy the same great service you know and trust. Now, just a quick stop in the city. Visit us today at Do It Center Express, your partner in home improvement, now closer than ever.
What a blessing over me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The BBFC Hunger and the Thirst After Righteousness Drama Group presents a grand gospel concert Sunday, April 20th, 7 p.m. at the Michael Bill Daniel Memorial Park in Goodwill. Featuring Positive out of Trinidad. Other artists include Jerry Lloyd, Solace, Shamandi Ministries, Jekro, Sanctified, Relic Tuse, and more. Tickets cost $20 for children under 16, $40 for 16 and over, and $60 VIP. Positive out of Trinidad is coming to Dominica. Positive, you don't want to miss this one in 2025. Tickets available at Bullseye Pharmacy, CLC Bookstore, James Limited, and from the PPFC office, or call telephone 285-5265.
Everything my heart desires, as long as my delight is.
I'm hoping to have a conversation there with the leader of the United Workers Party. It is a big meeting I'm being told planned, dubbed Standing Together, a political meeting of the United Workers Party, Thursday the 24th of April. Quote, we are standing for country. Meet the detainees and other speakers at the Arch in Roseau. We'll let you know a little more. This is referred to as the United Workers Party Standing Together meeting. We'll try to get the details. But first this morning, before we move to the D&D stop, there's a big news release out there coming from straight from the Washington, D.C., from the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights. I repeat, the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights concerning electoral reform in Dominica. Richie Ferrer takes a closer look. And then we'll jump right into D&D. Stick around, Dominica.
Written by the IACHR, that is the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, titled IACHR expresses concern regarding the electoral reform process in the Commonwealth of Dominica, and dated April 16, 2025, reads: The Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, IACHR, expresses concern regarding the Commonwealth of Dominica's electoral reform process and reiterates its confidence in the state to uphold the democratic principles enshrined in the Organization of American States Democratic Charter and in the American Convention on Human Rights. The IACHR has monitored Dominica's electoral reform efforts since 2018, noting civil society's concerns regarding the integrity and independence of electoral entities, lack of campaign finance regulations, and the recent removal of the 5-year absence rule for voter registration. The financing of voter transportation from abroad by political parties has also been flagged as an issue by electoral missions. In 2023, the Electoral Reform Commissioner, appointed in 2020, proposed draft bills to enhance electoral transparency and voter protections and ensure a more inclusive and equitable electoral process. In May of 2024, the government introduced 3 pieces of legislation: the Registration of Electors Bill and its accompanying regulations, the House of Assembly Elections Bill, and the Electoral Commission Bill. These bills include provisions on a range of electoral matters, such as voter identification requirements, procedures for the registration of electors, and the implementation of an annual review of the electoral register. They also address issues such as bribery and treating, residency rules for voter registration, and the principle of equal access to state media, among other topics. However, the content of these bills omitted provisions that the IACHR considers important to protect political rights, including measures related to campaign financing and safeguards to ensure the independence of the Electoral Commission. In contrast, the state has indicated that the issue of campaign financing warrants further analysis and should be addressed through a regional approach. It also reports that the draft electoral bills were subject to broad consultations with opposition parties, civil society and the Bar Association, religious organizations, and the media. According to the state, these consultations were broadcast live to ensure transparency and public accessibility. On March 19, 2025, the House of Assembly passed these bills, triggering widespread protests, state forces warning that no permission had been granted to anyone to stage a protest outside of the Parliament building, responded with tear gas, rubber bullets, and physical attacks against persons assembled. The Commission has been informed that, as a result, since the date of approval of the reform until April 9th, at least 24 persons, of which 4 are women, have been arrested, including opposition leaders, lawyers, and human rights defenders, while the majority have been released on bail under strict conditions. One person remains on remand at the Dominica State Prison. The American Convention on Human Rights, the American Declaration of the Rights and Duties of Man, and the Inter-American Democratic Charter collectively affirm that citizen participation in decision making is both a fundamental right and a cornerstone of democratic governance. The American Convention on Human Rights explicitly guarantees every citizen's right to vote and engage in public affairs. These instruments serve to uphold and protect political rights, ensuring the integrity and legitimacy of electoral processes. Additionally, the IACHR has underscored that social protests play a crucial role in the preservation and strengthening of democratic systems, encompassing the rights to freedom of expression, peaceful assembly, and association. In principle, any restrictions imposed on these rights must not be based on the content or form of the protest, nor on subjective assessments of its legitimacy. Furthermore, the exercise of freedom of assembly through social protest should not be conditioned on prior authorization or any disproportionate requirements that hinder its execution. Any limitation must strictly adhere to the principles of legality, necessity, and proportionality. States have an obligation to safeguard the rights of individuals engaging in protests, to protect their physical integrity, and ensure unhindered access to the press. To this end, the IACHR calls on the Commonwealth of Dominica to respect the principles of democratic participation and to end the targeting and criminalization of citizens exercising their rights to assembly and to participate in public demonstrations. The IACHR further calls on the Commonwealth of Dominica to ensure that the electoral reform process, beyond the passage of legislation, adheres to international human rights standards. The reform of electoral systems must aim to strengthen the independence of electoral institutions, promote fair and transparent campaign financing, and ensure equitable access to the electoral process. Additionally, the Commission calls on the state to continue to engage in meaningful dialogue with civil society, opposition groups, and all stakeholders to address their ongoing and unresolved concerns regarding electoral reform. Mechanisms for transparency and accountability in electoral processes, particularly in relation to campaign financing and the transportation of voters from abroad, must be implemented. The IACHR reaffirms that citizen participation is a fundamental pillar of democracy and calls on the state to ensure that all electoral reforms respect the principles of universal suffrage, equality, and accessibility. The IACHR is a principal and autonomous organ of the Organization of American States, OAS, whose mandate derives from the OAS Charter and the American Convention on Human Rights. The Inter-American Commission is mandated to promote the observance and defense of human rights in the Caribbean region and acts as a consultative body to the OAS in this area. The IACHR is composed of 7 independent members who are elected by the OAS General Assembly in their personal capacity and do not represent their countries of origin or residence. Again, this statement comes from the IACHR, that is the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, dated April 16, 2020.
All right, Dominica. I will stop with D&D coming right here, right now.
treasure hunt using clues. Clues meaning that you come into the shop, we give you a questionnaire, you answer the questions. You have 2 tries to get the correct answer. If you don't get the correct answer on your 2 tries, we also give you 2 minutes to go and look around the shop to see if you can get it.
This lady asked me, sorry sir, where's D&D Plumbing and Electricals now everybody talking about? I said, ma'am, D&D is located on 2nd Federation Drive, Goodwill, above Nagico. It's that green and orange building. D&D, we also do services and sales, general plumbing such as PVC pipes and fittings, kitchen faucets, bathroom faucets, shower valve, and all the other functional parts needed for your loo or toilet. At D&D Plumbing, we have in stock inline ball valves, check valves, and all the other parts that are necessary for a job well done. And now for the big one, baby, don't forget your drain busters to unplug your waste pipes. People don't have to know your business. D&D also got your pressure reducing valves to reduce water intake, thus reducing your plumbing expenses. The reason why customers just keep coming to D&D is because of the great customer service, exceptional product knowledge, and hard to find plumbing items and tidbits. D&D on Lower Federation Drive, the full comprehensive plumbing services, repairs, maintenance, and installation. Just watch out for the green and orange building.
All right, Dominica, let's say good morning to Mr. Robbins this morning. Good morning from D&D. How are you doing, sir?
Yes, Matt, I'm doing well. I'm really, really happy to be alive and well today, and to be able to see another day, and to be here once again on our program every Thursday around this time. If you're tuned in and listening to us, I want to let you know you're listening to D&D Plumbing and Electrical Inc. And our location is on 2 Federation Drive, Goodwill, as you're going up to the hospital just above Nagico. You just look on your right hand side as you're going up, you'll see that green looking building with orange, and there's a label Big D&D on the outside. You cannot miss that location. We want to let you know this morning that our numbers are 449-0542. And you can also reach us on our cell phones at 285-9643 or 616-7505. You can email us at ddplumbinge@gmail.com, or you can also visit us on our Facebook page at D&D Plumbing and Electrical Inc. And as I always say, if you have any list, you're that kind of person like myself, always busy, you can't make it to the shop, you can use our WhatsApp number, which is 285-9643. You can WhatsApp your list, any question you have. If you have any product you would want to know a price of, you can WhatsApp it to us, and I thank God for the staff. They respond as quick as possible to give you that that answer you're looking for. This morning, we truly want to let you know what is happening at D&D, and for the month of April, we are just thrilled and delighted to let you know that we have a Customer Appreciation Month, which started in April, the beginning of April, which was the 4th, the 11th, the 17th, which is today, and the 25th. We are just giving back to our customers, and we want to tell you that are doing business with us, patronizing with us, we want to let you know that we appreciate you. We thank you for supporting us, and we want to know this is the time in April when we give back to you as a customer. So it's Customer Appreciation Month. And last week we had a treasure hunt, and also this week we have a treasure hunt, and there's one lucky person going to win a grocery voucher for $150. So we want to let you know, we want to let the public know that you could come down to D&D. We have a 12.5% discount, which is today. Remember, I told you guys every Friday we have a 12.5% and a 15% every Friday as we celebrate and give back to you as our customer or prospective customer. You know, whoever comes in, you're shopping, we give you a 12%, 12.5% or 15% on your purchase. Terms and conditions do apply. And we want to let you know to come down so you can get your grocery voucher, that lucky person. We have a treasure hunt, so there will be a question, and if you cannot answer it within 2 minutes, you will be sent to the shelf, and then you will be looking for an egg. It's a treasure hunt. So when you get the egg, it will have the answer on it, and I think you have 2 minutes to do that. So then you will be that lucky winner to get that grocery voucher. So we want to tell you, come down to D&D. Even if you doesn't get it, you will still get your 12.5% or 15%. So we want to tell you to come down to D&D, and we are just giving back to the customers. And Matt, we also looking at next week Friday. Well, today I want to make it clear, the discount, the deal, the customer appreciation is today, because tomorrow is a holiday, which is Friday. It is a holiday, everywhere is closed. We had to move it on the 17th, which is today. So today you have the deal to come to D&D and get your 12.5% and your 15%, and that lucky person going to win that grocery voucher. And the 25th, which is the last Friday in April, we're going to give a chance to two customers, one going to win a 20% discount on their purchase, and one also going to receive an electrical where we'll be giving you a sum of $100 to pay on your electrical bill. So one person going to win a 20% discount off, and the other $100 on the electricity bill. So that is the 25th. And also on that day, as we give back to our customer, we have a refreshment on that day. So we want to tell customers, as they come in, they'll be getting a little refreshment, just to show a little appreciation to you as you support us as a business, as you support D&D over the years. We just want to show that appreciation to you. So we want to tell you to come down in the month of April on a Friday at D&D to get your supplies of plumbing and other items. So we want to, at this time, just really tell our customers also, we are stocked right now. And our favorite, as Franklin would say, don't forget the how we say it again, Mavic, Matt, the drain buster.
Okay.
You know, we can't forget that drain buster, and we are encouraging you. Every time I come on I try my best to encourage the customer, Matt, to do their self-maintenance, because it's so important, you know, especially your drain system. And we want to let you know we have the drain buster in stock. Matt, everybody was asking, coming in, we had a list down with names, you know, people waiting on it. So we want to tell persons, if you have not collected your drain buster, you can do so now. We have it stocked, and we just waiting to serve you. And we want to let you know we have a ton of other supplies, a lot more other supplies you can get at D&D. Your valves, your anger valves, your pressure reducing valve, your non-return valve, or your check valve, whatever name you would want to use. We want to tell you we have all the field valve, the Fluid Master brand. We have all our English parts for your toilet and American parts. We want to tell you to come down, all your pipes and fittings. You can get it done at D&D as you shop. And Matt, don't forget, you know, Friday is a holiday. So you have Friday and Saturday. You're not at work. You can do all the little plumbing work or whatever you have to do at your home. Change that kitchen tap, change that face basin tap that's been dripping, or that toilet pad that has been running. You know, we are telling you and encouraging you to come down to D&D today, because tomorrow is a holiday, and you can get that to do your little chore, your little do-it-yourself DIY over the holidays. So we want to tell you, and Monday is a holiday as well. So we want to tell you to stock up so you can get your little task, your little DIY project on the way during this holiday. So we want to just remind the customers, Matt, of our location and our numbers. We want to tell you you're listening, or maybe just joined us. The program that you're listening, or the voice that you're hearing, is from D&D Plumbing and Electrical Inc. And we are located on 2 Federation Drive, Goodwill, and our numbers are 449-0542, and our cells are 285-9643 or 616-7505. So we want to also let you know you can visit us on our Facebook page at D&D Plumbing and Electrical Inc. Or you can also email us at ddplumbinge@gmail.com. You also have the option of sending, if you have any list, material list you want to quote, you can WhatsApp it on our 285-9643. And as you do, we send it back to you. If you give us a green light or approve, you have the choice to pay online as well, Mo banking. We could give you that information, so you don't have to leave your space to get it done. We also do delivery. Terms and conditions apply, so you can stay right where you are and do business. That's what the world, the modern world, has come to right now, Matt. You can stay right at your home and get everything you need. So we want to make shopping easy and affordable at D&D for you, where quality costs less. Remember, it's a reliable and efficient service where quality costs less. And Matt, we want to just tell the public, and how much we're grateful and thankful to them for supporting us at D&D. And we want to remind them this April month is Customer Appreciation Month. So we want customers to come down, and as they do business with us, there's a chance to win. Even today, the 17th, some lucky person can win a grocery voucher of $150. And we have next week, which is the 25th, we're going to have two lucky customers, one going to win $100 so that they can apply on their electricity bill, or that other person can win a 20% discount on their purchase. So Matt, we want to really just tell customers we appreciate them. And we also going to have on the 25th, which is next week Friday, we're going to have a refreshment. So you can come in, you can get a little glass of juice or maybe a little piece of cake, a little token, just to show a little appreciation to the customers. So Matt, we want to just stop here, and we just want to thank all the listening public, persons wide and far, that are listening. We want to tell them thank you. If I had to call names, there are just so much names I would have to call. So we just want to say thank you so much for listening and always being tuned in, and for your support, most important, as you purchase, as you come and do business with us. We just want to say thank you so much. And Matt, at this time, we just want to say thank you to you and your team at Q95. And I just want to send a special thank you to my wife and my children, and to the staff down at D&D. Thank you so much for what you're doing every day to make it happen as you serve the customers at D&D. We just want to say thank you, and thank you for your hard work.
Thank you.
Yes, Matt.
Say hi to the rest of the staff, okay?
Yes, I will, Matt. Thanks.
Getting a lot of positive comments, of their service. So that's all good.
Okay, thanks a lot. And thanks for all those that we are serving. It's just a pleasure to serve.
Thank you.
Yes.
This lady asked me, sorry, sir, where's D&D Plumbing and Electricals now everybody talking about? I said, ma'am, D&D is located on 2nd Federation Drive, Goodwill, above Nagico. It's that green and orange building. D&D, we also do services and sales, general plumbing such as PVC pipes and fittings, kitchen faucets, bathroom faucets, shower valves, and all the other functional parts needed for your loo or toilet. At D&D Plumbing, we have in stock inline ball valves, check valves, and all the other parts that are necessary for a job well done. And now for the big one, baby, don't forget your drain busters to unplug your waste pipes. People don't have to know your business. D&D also got your pressure reducing valve to reduce water intake, thus reducing your plumbing expenses. The reason why customers just keep coming to D&D is because of the great customer service, exceptional product knowledge, and hard to find plumbing items and tidbits. D&D on Lower Federation Drive, the full comprehensive plumbing services, repairs, maintenance, and installation. Just watch out for the green and orange.
Hello there, it's your trusted PRO, Ayola George, reminding all Domlex pay-as-you-go customers to top up before the holiday weekend begins to avoid disconnection. Top up on Saturday too, if you forgot. Remember, no disconnect applies to Sundays only, so when you top up on Saturday, try to cover Monday as well. Have a blessed and happy Easter.
I'm happy, Ayola, that you and you and your team listened. greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Good morning to the team at Dominic. You know what they say, a little pressure does burst pipe, huh? We're gonna come back, Dominica, after this. We'll play the response already from the government on this release servicing from Washington. We're gonna come back and play you that portion. We'll come back after this. Thank you.
Dominica, something big is coming. The countdown begins to celebrate the heartbeat of Dominica, our music, our legends, our rising stars. May 17th, 2025. Mark your calendars and save the date for Dominica Music Awards of 2025. Presented by Ambassador Prince Radix and Creole Hits. Partners, QFM the Big Station. Are you ready?
It's an ultimate jazzcation with fresh market, cash and carry, and best price. Spend $100 or more, and you could be the lucky winner of an all-expense-paid dream weekend at the luxurious Secret Bay Resort, plus 2 VIP tickets and spending money for jazz and Creole. Promotion runs till 30th April. It's a jazzcation, baby. Terms and conditions apply.
All you, I just meet Goldwyn in Roseau again. Same place outside Flossie's. I tried to dock in, but you had time to see me. Well, story start again. Million, lot of my father with us, huh? Saka fella, I said the same thing you doing, shopping at Flossie's. And you don't have to tell me the same thing you tell me last time because I'm busy. It's to hear him way. You reckon? About my pocket, boy. I won't tell you that I save money in food and drinks when I buy quantity. I save more. Oh, shucks, man. Well, when you're still telling me, I know already. To pack a spit him, why? Would it get him up here to Palais? I will tell all my friends from London, US and Dominica to come to Flossie's, right next to the Rosa Market. Open Sunday to Saturday. Flossie's can't do it to you.
I told you earlier that the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights expressed concern regarding the electoral reform process and reiterates the confidence in the state to uphold democratic principles. Given the international pressure, government has already responded. Here's the response, a very long one too. And then we'll move into our friends there from EMS. Let's do this and come back. The response from the government of Dominica.
This day, April 17th, 2025, the government of Dominica has released a response to the proposed IACHR press release dated April 16th, 2025 on electoral reform in the Commonwealth of Dominica. The government of Dominica, which will be referred to as the government forthwith in this report, notes with great disappointment the baseless and unjustifiable press release concerning the electoral reform process in Dominica, that it is advised the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, IACHR, intends imminently to issue this proposed action, and the content of the press release constitute an astonishing departure from the high standards of fairness, justice, and probity which is to be expected of a reputable international body, in particular one whose raison d'etre espouses guardianship of those noble principles. In flagrant disregard of those principles and the basic rule of natural justice, the IACHR, without first inviting comments or feedback from the Commonwealth of Dominica, not only decided that issuance of a press release was the most appropriate and justified course of action, but as demonstrated by the content of the press release, proceeded to formulate positions and arrive at damning conclusions unfairly adverse to the government. Nevertheless, the government considers it of great importance that the facts should be set out in response to the substantive matters raised in the IACHR's proposed press release. At the outset, it must be categorically stated that the IACHR's proposed press release is replete with misrepresentations and inaccuracies, and the Commonwealth of Dominica wholly disputes and rejects the largely unfounded and untrue assertions that inferences contained in the said press release. These assertions and inferences include, but are not limited to, the following. The bills debated and passed by Parliament excluded key provisions on the independence of the Electoral Commission and significantly vary in content with the recommendations of Sir Dennis Byron, the Electoral Reform Commissioner. This is incorrect. Perusal of the draft bills submitted by the Electoral Reform Commissioner compared with the bills that have been adopted by the Parliament of Dominica show that the vast majority of the Electoral Reform Commissioner's recommendations have in fact been fully incorporated into and form a central component of the 2025 electoral bills, which have been debated, unanimously passed, and enacted into law. It is particularly noteworthy that the deputy leader of what may be considered the main opposition party in the Commonwealth of Dominica voted in favor of the bills during the very same period that his leader and others were outside seeking to disrupt and stop the sitting of Parliament and passage of these bills. Of the few recommendations which were not fully adopted by the government, virtually all were at the very least partially adopted, with relatively minor modification where appropriate. Only two substantive recommendations contained in the Electoral Reform Commissioner's recommendations were with respect to 1. Political campaign financing, clauses 54 to 75 of the House of Assembly Elections Bill of 2023, and 2. The 90 to 50-day residency absence from Dominica provisions, clauses 12b to 2, 13.4b, 15.3b, and 26 of the Registration of Electors Bill 2023. There has not been meaningful consultation on the recommendations of the Electoral Reform Commissioner. This does not accord with the facts. Consultations included a wide cross-section of society, including opposition parties, civil society, the Bar Association, religious groups, the media, among others on the draft electoral bills which were proposed by the government. These were public consultations which were live streamed and the videos are available to review. This is demonstrably attested to by the OAS's own December 2023 report on OAS observation of stakeholder consultations and technical review of proposed electoral legislation, which succinctly and accurately stated the consultations were well organized, accessible, and inclusive, and managed with a high degree of professionalism and respect by the moderators. They facilitated engagement by broad sectors of the citizenry, both in Dominica and abroad, and allowed for the sharing of diverse perspectives on a wide array of matters related to the existing and proposed electoral frameworks. There was a clear and deep interest by citizens in participating in the consultative process and offering their unfiltered views on the issues. Persons who chose to attend and to speak, whether in person or online, were typically allowed to speak for as long as they wished, although efforts were made on a few occasions to ensure that the available time was equitably shared among those present. The inclusion of a wide array of stakeholder groups, the extensive geographic coverage of the consultations in Dominica, and the allocation of 2 online sessions of Dominicans abroad, along with the late addition of 3 further community consultations on the request of those communities, supported the government's stated interest of receiving comprehensive feedback from the citizens of Dominica. The broad coverage of the sessions facilitated through different media and online platforms ensured that citizens who did not engage directly, either in person or online, were yet able to follow the discussions in real time and hear the contributions made. The inference that the Commonwealth of Dominica does not uphold democratic principles and respect the principles of democratic participation. This is contradicted by the OAS's own report, which clearly identifies the positive actions and interactions of the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica with the citizenry and the electoral reform process. The law enforcement authorities responded with physical attacks against persons assembled. It was not the law enforcement authorities who attacked the people, but rather a sizable number of those present who attacked the law enforcement officers, thereby turning what was until then relatively peaceful event into physical violence, including removal of police barriers, pelting law enforcement officers with rocks, bottles, and other missiles. It is regrettable that there is no mention in your proposed press release that the legislation adopted by the Parliament of the Commonwealth of Dominica now provides for very important key reforms which will significantly enhance the electoral process and which the same reports to which you referred have called for, namely, the introduction of voter ID cards to be used for voting. It is to be noted that in the consultations, the requirement for fingerprints was strongly objected to. All registered voters will have to undergo a confirmation process in order to have their name remain on the register of electors. This will have the long desired effect of cleansing the list by causing the names of all people who are deceased or do not present themselves to an electoral official and satisfy the criteria removed from the electoral register. The provisions on bribery and treating are included. For the first time in Dominica's history, provision granting equal access to state media is legislated for. The Electoral Commission has been strengthened, among other things, by establishment of the Electoral Commission Fund. The Commission can also now provide for electronic registration and other uses of technology in the registration and election process. The electoral officials have granted greater powers to carry out investigations. It is to be noted that changing the composition of the Commission will require constitutional amendment. There is a more robust process in place for continually revising the register, with mandatory reporting of different agencies being required. As relates to the issue of campaign financing, the government has made it clear its position on this. It is not opposed to this in principle. But funding of elections is such a significant component of the electoral process that cannot be entered into with ensuring full and proper consideration and analysis of any proposal is undertaken. The recommendation made by the Commissioner effectively mirrors the Jamaica legislation insofar as percentages is concerned and would result in EC $50,000 individual and EC $250,000 political party contribution limit and an individual and political party expenditure limit of EC $500,000 and EC $5 million, respectively. However, no analysis or commentary on the effectiveness and workings of the Jamaica experience, not the likely effect in the Dominica context, has been provided. Additionally, it is noteworthy that the main opposition political party, the United Workers' Party, espouses an EC $50 per constituent expenditure limit and is silent on the contribution limit, whilst the civil society group, the Dominica Business Forum, espouses an EC $100 expenditure limit and also does not put forward any limit on contributions. Clearly, much more work needs to be carried out with respect to the issue of campaign financing, and the government favors a regional approach to this important and complicated issue. The public have been informed of this position on several occasions. As relates to the statement in IACHR's proposed release that says that state forces obstructed coverage by journalists, that is not accurate. There was a regrettable incident where, after a camera person in a restricted area repeatedly refused to adhere to the directions of the police officer, the officer sought to move that individual's camera stand in accordance with his directions. The individual was not arrested nor prevented from covering the protest and continued to do so from another area. This was an isolated incident. Finally, it is important to draw attention to the fact that despite the apparent fixation with the Commonwealth of Dominica's electoral legislation and process, even from a cursory perusal of the electoral legislation of the other OECS and wider CARICOM countries, it is clear that the Commonwealth of Dominica's electoral legislation is substantively consistent with that of those countries. Indeed, the following table presents a reasonable reflection of the existing electoral position in the OECS and CARICOM region or countries. This lays bare the fallacy that there is some significant or inherent grave deficiency in the Commonwealth of Dominica's electoral legislative framework and process. In light of the foregoing, the Commonwealth of Dominica trusts that the IACHR might take the time to seek clarification and ascertain the facts and to more fully understand the context and content of the electoral reform process and what has transpired along that journey. The Commonwealth of Dominica fully respects the fundamental rights and freedoms enshrined in our Constitution and the various treaties to which it is a party and is committed to the rule of law. The government of the Commonwealth of Dominica remains available and willing to provide any further information or clarification that you may require. This is a response to the IACHR press release on electoral reform in the Commonwealth of Dominica from the government of Dominica.
Wow. What a quick response there from government, huh? Somebody suggesting maybe that news release may have been leaked. The news release that, of course, obviously will go viral in quick time. But the government took their time and they responded to the IACHR. Let's take a few calls, huh? Very interesting. Government pushing back to international pressure this time. Hello, talk to me. Yes.
That morning,
Morning to you. How you doing?
that seemed to be more damage than damage control. Matt, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's go to the telephone. Are you there? Yes.
Mr. Belte,
Good. Wow.
Matt, can you pinch me? Matt, can you pinch me from where you are?
I'll try.
I need to be awaken now, although I drink a cup of coffee, but I still feel sleepy. Did I just hear my ears tell me? Not about I'm sounding stupid. Matt just telling people go to hell. It's not their damn business. Why this? How they call it? The word I'm looking for there.
Elaborate.
No. When I get there, I'll tell you, Matt.
Okay,
I
I'm
look for
listening.
long then some grass. I'm looking for it. Matt, that kind of extensive explanation. Matt, there's more to be done on campaign financing. 13 years, Matt. 13 years, there's more to be done on campaign finances. Matt, when you're dealing with criminals, it is sad. You know, after all these years, Matt, you're talking about consulting government before the IAEA, Matt?
The human rights organization for now because it's a long one. Okay.
Okay, it's a long one. They're supposed to consult government prior to they releasing that report, so they could negotiate. Maybe some people need to be bribed or to be threatened for them to conclude what is going on. And I heard a stupidness there, like the report is replete with errors, Matt. It is filled with errors, Matt. How brutal, how criminal. But these guys do not want to come out there because they know the consequences. All I need Scary to finally tell them.
But what hold on, Blessings. What I'm a little concerned about. Remember this report that he said he would make public from the OAS? That was never made public, but they were very quick to respond to this report. That's what I found amazing.
Where is the response to the OAS?
Still out.
And why so quickly? Laborious, Matt, I was looking for. The word, I just get it in a little grass there. Laborious, quite extensive and exhausting, boring. Just tell them go to hell in the damn business. Dominica is a sovereign state. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much. The government should have kept quiet. For now, somebody suggesting these international agencies do research before they make statements. I'm just shaking my head. 449, I'm still waiting for that report from the OAS many moons ago. Hello, talk to me. Yes, he promised. Good morning.
Matt.
Morning to you.
Matt, how long have you been waiting for electoral reform? How far down the road Mr. Skerritt wants to kick that ball? And to say that campaign finance must be something regional. You know how far down the road that is, Matt? How soon you think we'll ever get to campaign finance legislation? If we have to wait on OECS, never. It will not happen. And how complicated is it really, Mr. Scarrett? It's complicated for you because you don't want to lose that option of not having to declare how much money you put into elections. And there are estimates from people in the know who say there are significant sums. We have also queried where our money is going from, which you do not account for. And we've questioned whether or not that same money, those same unaccounted for CBI funds, may be ending up in campaign contributions. So, Mr. Scarrett, you've been very effective at kicking that ball right to the other end of the field. But, it cannot be right. It cannot be right. And those who are questioning you will see it and have seen it. They've seen all your... He has a great response, Matt. But these people are seeing through it. They know why he doesn't want those things, because it gives him an undue advantage. And it is not... What's the right word? It is not fair. That's the word I'm looking for. All his tactics and all what he has left out of campaign legislation, or the reform, are not fair. And that is where the problem lies. We need something that is fair. Good morning, Matt. Thank you.
Good morning. Somebody saying, I hope they sent every video of March 19th protest to that organization. I'm sure these international organizations, they don't joke. They know, they have done the research. They know just what is going on. Hello, talking on the telephone, yes?
But Matt, the government is right now because the opposition party, especially the Workers' Party, have thrown their full support their new legislation. So the government is right and they support the government.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much. 449. Somebody just made that point. They're using Mr. Delbert Parish as their shield at this time. 449-3095-96 and 97. There's I think a planned meeting there in the Marigot constituency. I'll give you the date of that meeting in a while. Hello, yes?
Matt, good morning to you.
Morning to you, yes.
Good morning to all Dominicans. Matt, my voice on your radio show or program, it is not any strange voice to nobody. Even people who do not know me know that voice. When I speak, they know. It's just like when Blue Blue call, I never knew Blue Blue. When she called, I knew it's Blue Blue. Matt, when this consultation was going, you know what I did, Matt? But I stopped. I should not have stopped. But I started to count how many people participated in that thing, But how many people have in Dominica? The government of Dominica have the courage to write this kind of letter. If they ask for the proof, if they ask for the videos, they will count how many people. Government, you all are smart people. All have education, I do not have known, but I have common sense. If the government of America or the department that wrote, that released that statement, ask you for the proof, you cannot give them any proof, because how many people participated in that? I was counting them. Every time you all had a consultation, I used to count how many people. And everybody who used to come and say something are labor rights. After all, man, let's get better people now. If you did something wrong, fix up the thing, man. Don't make it worse. It's going to get worse, It will get worse. Because listen to this letter, to the response, Matt, this is inaccurate. That's not true. Well, it's not a surprise. It's not a surprise for me. But let me encourage you, government. You all have gone wrong. The email, the nasty email of 2008 alone, they have it in their hands too. What do you think? These people are professionals. Nobody. I wasn't there when they reported to them. I don't know who reported to them. Somebody had to report, and they said they were looking at it closely. But you believe the nasty email that stated that the legacy of winning will be gone if the voter ID, the voters, this is completely cleansed and voter IDs are implemented. You believe they don't have it? You could fool these people? Shame on all you, man.
I was very, very taken aback that in a couple of hours, the government's team was already responding to this big report. I can't say I'm surprised though, but I know a couple months ago he said he was going to make the OAS report, talking about the Prime Minister, available. That was never made public. And a few hours, I will say, after this Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, the IACHR, expressed concern. That report came from the government. 11 minutes compared to the 7-minute report there, audio report from the IACHR. 449-3095-9611 and 97. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Good morning to you. Yes?
My beloved brother, just quickly. Matt, the report is saying the release is replete with inconsistencies, if I heard them well. Matt, I mean, if you put everything that has happened and is happening in Dominica into proper context, if you know how to listen and you heard and listened to that report, Matt, you could see how far from the truth that is, meaning it is filled with inconsistencies. It is replete. It is filled. Matt, the madness, Matt, and I'm talking about kicking the can down the road, playing for time. And remember, Matt, he said he would make public the letter that was written to government and the response to the letter. Can you remember, Matt?
I remember.
And the response, none of them have been made public. I know Blackmore was not there because his suggestions and ideas would be quite gibberish. But you have Tony, you have Vince, you have Hartley Henry, Peter Wickams, the Lawrences, the Duncans, the Psalms, and you have all brilliant minds from all over the world. Maybe Anthony Hayden was there for them to prepare in quick time that report to counterattack the release, Matt, because really and truly scary. You think you play like a kitten playing with a ball of twine and you get yourself all entangled or tied up, and somebody will always come and free you. Not every man can only do as much as he was born to do. And scary, there's a limitation of all man contribution into this earth. And I feel sorry for you, my brother. I tell Matt, Mount Daniel have a branch of the Rosal River, and you're always in the last floor of one of the mansions looking at it. Please do not dive. Do not dive. We need you alive, my brother, because there's a lot we need to know. And let me give thanks to all the people in the diaspora that are quite influential, Dr. Fountain and Lennox and everybody who can compile all the information and send to the world for them to have a proper grasp of what is happening in this country. Once was a blessed land, now it's just criminals that running things, turning the people into prostitutes, impoverishing the people and still brutalizing them. Man, it is sad. Thank you.
All right, 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097, 616-4257. Matt, so the Labour Party government don't see how the rest of the world treat wannabe dictators and human rights violated countries? Don't they know what happens to countries who have political prisoners and fake elections? Tell them will and come again. If they think everybody in the outside world away from scary labor organization is dotish. Scary Labor Party organization is always right, and the rest of the world organization is always wrong and rude and out of place, according to Mr. Scarrett. Now take a look at the picture I just sent you. Antigua has the same CBI issues as us, but Dominica not even on the list. You talking about what? Canadian visas? If the Labour Party continues to think their delusional leader is stronger than all these worldly organizations and international media together with bigger countries, let them continue. The IACHR is on point and seems to hit a nerve. No amount of excuses can change the facts. The lame response penned by this corrupt regime public relations firm is just laughable. That's WhatsApp messages coming in here this time. Hello, talk to me, yes? Uh-huh.
Hello, good morning, Matt.
Morning to you.
Good morning
Morning.
to the people of Dominica.
Morning.
Good morning to the patriots and good morning to the prayer warriors. We need to continue praying. We must never be reluctant to praying because our prayers have been answered and will be answered by the mighty God. The 19th, when the people came out, the Prime Minister says 100 and whatever that was there. So that's a minor
180.
number.
180.
180. But I want to tell the people that the numbers are there, that were there, were counted by God. And we cannot put the number that he multiplied them by in order that he could respond to all Dominicans. Dominicans, right now, we are on the chat. And it's the first time the problem that we've been having with this government become a real problem to the international world. But if you listen to the response that was sent this morning, you will understand that the judge, the jurist, the recognized jurist that was recommending the conditions for our electoral reform that was ignored by the government was named again. Now his name came up in their response. We need to keep standing. We must not take our boots off the ground because it's only now we are in the mud and will be able to get out of the mud. What transpired there is just, how do you call it, something of the iceberg. Is a pinch of the iceberg.
The tip of the iceberg. The tip.
The tip of the iceberg.
Yes.
We have more to come. But there is the 10 countries in the Caribbean that was just numbered and named by Donald Trump. Look in your WhatsApp and let the Dominicans know what's passing on us based on what this government have been doing and the things that are happening. Donald Trump is now passing a whip on poor people in the region. So what is in our place is not by us, is the mighty power that is now sending the wrath down on the wicked ones. Tell them to come down and vote to put back the government in office in order that the poor people can continue to suffer and their children and their grandchildren can continue to lose what their parents had. But right now, we haven't got much to do than to continue praying, put our boots on the ground, because what we hear is we have the right to stand up. We have the right to protest. We're under the human rights chapter. And that Dominica is time for it to get out of where it is in order that we can breathe some fresh air from the mountains. Boots on the ground, and we will not stop. Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right, we're going to take a break, Dominica, of course, for a word from our sponsors. We'll come right back. Stick around.
Your small business dream come true in the Commonwealth of Dominica. Join veteran broadcaster Franklin Peter Moses and Mr. Bacasio, highly skilled, qualified, sought after business and entrepreneurial manager, small business development expert, and strategic business coach. Together, we're taking you and your small business to the pinnacle of success in the Dominican ecosystem.
Oh, my favorite show.
Smart.
Top up flow and digital.
Shop smart. Monday to Sunday.
Open on holidays.
Shop smart.
So much fresh fruit and produce.
Good quality services. Unlimited walk-in. All the best products at Smart. You get the best prices. Smart. For decades, Springfield Trading Limited has provided Dominica with a very trusted distribution platform of the highest quality, best prices. Every day can't do without products and consumer brands. And as the Springfield Trading wheels of distribution continue to turn, we serve this nation with distinction on all levels, supported by a unique merchandising service, serving all major accounts across Dominica, the best daily distribution mobile network, and a dedicated support team. It is no doubt that Springfield Trading is being saluted for its market service confidence, efficiency, and consistency. With quality in everything, Springfield Trading is providing the brands you know and have come to trust, depend, and rely on with glowing confidence. Distributors for holiday foods, Grab a Holiday, Fruta, Real Fruit Juice, juiced right. Buster, you've gotta have a Buster. Chubby, every day is Monday. Colgate, a world of care. Crooks Biscuits, your vital supplies. Cadbury Chocolate, makes every day delicious. And so many more products, only from Springfield Trading Limited, where quality is everything.
Gotta get it juicy, yo. You got to get it juice right and get juice, the one with the fruta inside. Yeah.
No ordinary fruit make it into Fruta. We carefully select the juiciest, fruitiest fruit.
Looking for your taste, yo. You know it is juice right. You know it's fruta inside. Yeah.
So you get the real fruit in every sip. Fruta, only the best get juice.
Fruta, juice right. Yeah.
Don't forget the big Easter fun at SMAT Supermarket this Easter Sunday, April 19 from 1 to 3 p.m. Spend $200 or more for a chance to win the golden egg with the grand prize inside. Join the fun at SMAT and win big this Easter. Open on Easter Monday, or Easter Sunday, and Monday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. All right, Dominic, can we continue the conversation here? We'll continue to remind you of the great deals at SMAT. Let's continue to talk. You can continue to call. Somebody says, but I wonder if you ask Mr. Skerritt about the response to the OAS, what would he say? But we all know what the lie gonna be. And please, Matt, please play the clip where Mr. Skerritt said he would respond to the OAS letter. If you have it, you can send it. I have to do some research on that one. A couple months ago it was. Hello, talk to me on the telephone, yes. When he did say he would respond to the OAS letter and their response as well. Hello, talk to me, yes. Good morning.
Not just me again. Allow me. Let me give thanks to Sheridan Gregor. I give thanks to you. I give thanks to the patriots of this land. Matt, how many years? Matt, over 17, 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
We fight in that criminal enterprise, Matt. How much in Skerritt come there, Matt?
How many years he came what? He came here?
No, since he become the prime minister, about 17 years, Matt?
Since, about 17 years, 2024, 25.
Okay. Matt, it is so sad.
2005, sorry, 2005, yes.
Yeah, when he became the prime minister and transited into the Dominican Liberal Party. Labour Party died with Pierre Charles and Rosie Douglas. And we all have our suspicions what happened to them. But I am just saying that is why people must be careful what they're doing. Everybody wants to get on top. And they want to use any means necessary to get on top. And it is sad. That's why not to talk about a holy day. Not if you can celebrate the death of one man, we should then celebrate the death of everybody. Because life is about transition. It's about the evolution and everything else. So People should stand up and fight and do what they have to do to get rid of criminals wherever they are on the earth, Matt. And stop being afraid. If death is an enemy, life is also an enemy. If life is a friend, death is a friend. Matt, people must be careful because Skerrit has dug himself a pit, and I've illustrated that years ago. And his only logic of escape is to dig deeper. Because people are up there sending ropes and putting down ladders and telling him, come up, please, let us play fair. I mean, you dig yourself deep enough. No, Skerrit digging in his delusional mind that there is an escape the digger he digs, the deeper he digs. And that is why I feel sorry for people like Skerrit, especially another Dominican, another brother. I mean, I've watched history, Matt, and I've listened what men have done in the dictatorial tendencies or behaviors. And they always find themselves holding the shitty end of the stick. Why Skerrit would think that he's exempted from his judgment? And I'm seeing it, Matt. I'm never hopeless. So I try encouraging people. Don't worry, something will break, my brother. Something has to happen. But Skerrit seems like Houdini, Matt. Matt, you know who was Houdini?
Who's Houdini?
A great magician.
Oh,
he was a great magician, Matt. And in any situation you put him, he would find a way to escape. But Matt, I am feeling a bit hopeful, even more, every time I hear the reports of what is happening. And I'm questioning the tolerance level of people who are quite influential. And I'm calling out the Narcissus and the Astafans and the Duncan and the Sam, the Lawrences and all of that. I know all you're getting the fat of the pig. But please, when the shit hit the fan, everybody will be soiled. So, Matt, I am calling on Skerrit and all his members of his cabinet, Matt, and all the members of his cabinet to please relent. People tolerance level does be, it usually appear to be unlimited, and then all of a sudden the intolerance kicks in, and there will be blood, death, and hell, and destruction. Skerrit, please, you, Lincoln Corbett, make a deal with the world intelligence and arrest Roosevelt, Skerrit, and Blackmore. That is the two-headed dragon. The rest of the body just become weak, or you will be rewarded, or you will be forgiven. You know, let us make a deal, Corbett. Arrest Skerrit and Blackmore. Dominica is heading in, not heading, you know, we are already there. Things can only progressively get worse. We're in a quagmire, in a swampy area, wet and sticky area. Matt, in closing, you remember I said about the devil and the deep blue sea, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Matt, one Skerrit is in a press conference, I hear he like to call your side and talking to you. Tell Skerrit must exercise a level of humanity and sanity. Spare the country a bloodbath. Because Skerrit, all the indicators are indicating how criminally you have governed this country. You and Blackmore and all the other criminals that are aiding and abetting all you. Leave Dominicans alone. All you have stealing now. All you have stolen enough. Look at how poor the country is. Matt, did you hear? What's his name? I don't like to call him pretty boy, you know. What's his name again? Clarence Christian say, two big officials of the Chinese in China looking for a quarry, Matt.
It's coming up, blessings. Talk to me. 149-3095. But I really need Mr. Clarence Christian to confirm that for me, because I would not believe that Mr. Clarence would put himself in that situation there. But let me give him the benefit of the doubt. I just want to call, he can call and confirm whether this is true or not. But let's see, let's listen there to what we've been hearing about Mr. Clarence Christian there. I don't know who's the person presenting that information, but it's very telling, very, very telling there. Let me see if I can find it almost right away to play for the Dominican public who have not heard but very, very, very telling. Let's see if we can get to that. I'm trying to find it right now as we speak. I'm going to try to, you know what? Let me present the report again. The report, um, read this organization there, the Human Rights Organization. That will come back. We'll come back, and you'll hear Mr. Clarence Christian. We don't have too much time. It's around this time. Let's listen to this report there.
Written by the IACHR, that is the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, titled IACHR expresses concern regarding the electoral reform process in the Commonwealth of Dominica, and dated April 16th, 2025, reads: The Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, IACHR, expresses concern regarding the Commonwealth of Dominica's electoral reform process and reiterates its confidence in the state to uphold the democratic principles enshrined in the Organization of American States Democratic Charter and in the American Convention on Human Rights. The IACHR has monitored Dominica's electoral reform efforts since 2018, noting civil society's concerns regarding the integrity and independence of electoral entities, lack of campaign finance regulations, and the recent removal of the 5-year absence rule for voter registration. The financing of voter transportation from abroad by political parties has also been flagged as an issue by electoral missions. In 2023, the Electoral Reform Commissioner, appointed in 2020, proposed draft bills to enhance electoral transparency and voter protections and ensure a more inclusive and equitable electoral process. In May of 2024, the government introduced 3 pieces of legislation: the Registration of Electors Bill and its accompanying regulations, the House of Assembly Elections Bill, and the Electoral Commission Bill. These bills include provisions on a range of electoral matters, such as voter identification requirements, procedures for the registration of electors, and the implementation of an annual review of the electoral register. They also address issues such as bribery and treating, residency rules for voter registration, and the principle of equal access to state media, among other topics. However, the content of these bills omitted provisions that the IACHR considers important to protect political rights, including measures related to campaign financing and safeguards to ensure the independence of the Electoral Commission. In contrast, the state has indicated that the issue of campaign financing warrants further analysis and should be addressed through a regional approach. It also reports that the draft electoral bills were subject to broad consultations with opposition parties, civil society and the Bar Association, religious organizations, and the media. According to the state, these consultations were broadcast live to ensure transparency and public accessibility. On March 19, 2025, the House of Assembly passed these bills, triggering widespread protests, state forces warning that no permission had been granted to anyone to stage a protest outside of the Parliament building, responded with tear gas, rubber bullets, and physical attacks against persons assembled. The Commission has been informed that, as a result, since the date of approval of the reform until April 9th, at least 24 persons, of which 4 are women, have been arrested, including opposition leaders, lawyers, and human rights defenders, while the majority have been released on bail under strict conditions. 1 person remains on remand at the Dominica State Prison. The American Convention on Human Rights, the American Declaration of the Rights and Duties of Man, and the Inter-American Democratic Charter collectively affirm that citizen participation in decision making is both a fundamental right and a cornerstone of democratic governance. The American Convention on Human Rights explicitly guarantees every citizen's right to vote and engage in public affairs. These instruments serve to uphold and protect political rights, ensuring the integrity and legitimacy of electoral processes. Additionally, the IACHR has underscored that social protests play a crucial role in the preservation and strengthening of democratic systems, encompassing the rights to freedom of expression, peaceful assembly, and association. In principle, Any restrictions imposed on these rights must not be based on the content or form of the protest, nor on subjective assessments of its legitimacy. Furthermore, the exercise of freedom of assembly through social protest should not be conditioned on prior authorization or any disproportionate requirements that hinder its execution. Any limitation must strictly adhere to the principles of legality, necessity, and proportionality. States have an obligation to safeguard the rights of individuals engaging in protests, to protect their physical integrity, and ensure unhindered access to the press. To this end, the IACHR calls on the Commonwealth of Dominica to respect the principles of democratic participation and to end the targeting and criminalization of citizens exercising their rights to assembly and to participate in public demonstrations. The IACHR further calls on the Commonwealth of Dominica to ensure that the electoral reform process, beyond the passage of legislation, adheres to international human rights standards. The reform of electoral systems must aim to strengthen the independence of electoral institutions, promote fair and transparent campaign financing, and ensure equitable access to the electoral process. Additionally, the Commission calls on the state to continue to engage in meaningful dialogue with civil society, opposition groups, and all stakeholders to address their ongoing and unresolved concerns regarding electoral reform. Mechanisms for transparency and accountability in electoral processes, particularly in relation to campaign financing and the transportation of voters from abroad, must be implemented. The IACHR reaffirms that citizen participation is a fundamental pillar of democracy and calls on the state to ensure that all electoral reforms respect the principles of universal suffrage, equality, and accessibility. The IACHR is a principal and autonomous organ of the Organization of American States, OAS, whose mandate derives from the OAS Charter and the American Convention on Human Rights. The Inter-American Commission is mandated to promote the observance and defense of human rights in the Caribbean region and acts as a consultative body to the OAS in this area. The IACHR is composed of 7 independent members who are elected by the OAS General Assembly in their personal capacity and do not represent their countries of origin or residence. Again, this statement comes from the IACHR, that is the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights, dated April 16th, 2020.
Of course, we have a preliminary response from the ERC, which reads there, in short, that the government of Dominica is on the run and desperate to mislead the international community of its sinister plan to continue to rig general elections to perpetuate his 25-year reign in power and Roosevelt Skerritt's dictatorial aspirations. The Electoral Reform Coalition endorses in its entirety the press release of the IACHR, April 16, 2025. The press release finally captures the realities of the electoral reform process in Dominica and exposes the flagrant misinformation of Mr. Roosevelt Skerritt regime that has successfully manipulated the media in Dominica and the rest of the Caribbean. That's just a preliminary response. We'll give you a little more sometime later. Just again, I'm gonna put out a question to Mr. Clarence Christian after I heard this going viral last night. And Mr. Thompson Fountain, stick around. We'll talk to you in a minute. Stick around.
Clarence Christian, the spokesperson for the Dominica Labor Party and Government of Dominica, has admitted that the International Airport project is currently on hold. The government and the people of Dominica, who will ultimately bear the cost, are facing a huge financial burden. Take a listen.
The stockpiling of material is behind. So what is the solution? And Clarence, it is going to cost the airport company or the government of Dominica more money because as I speak, the manager and the chief engineer is now in China looking for another quarry. No. That is going to cost a lot of money.
Wait, did he just say the manager and chief engineer in China are searching for another quarry? Let me rewind.
The manager and the chief engineer is now in China looking for another quarry.
What exactly is a quarry? A quarry is a large pit where stone or other materials are extracted. It's part of a mountain or large landmass. So are two officials trying to fly or ship an entire mountain or land from China to Dominica? After hearing the Prime Minister claim that Dominican fishermen make $45,000 a day, anything seems possible. What's your take?
Clarence, was that you? Again, I want to give you the benefit of the doubt. So you can give me a call, you always do, and try to clarify for us. What do you mean you're looking for a quarry? In China, so they're going to fly it to Dominica? Oh boy. I've always said, think before you speak. It's better to be thought of as a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. All right, Dr. Fontaine, I will talk to you a little later, okay? What time is it? It's 10 o'clock. Let me for a few minutes engage Dr. Fontaine. They're looking for a new quarry. Oh, God help me. We're going to take a break. We'll come right back. Oh boy.
With the kids' growth spurts might mean time for a bigger fridge. Don't worry, at Quartz, we've got you. Need to upgrade your home? Get new arrivals in dining. Plus, buy more and save more on bedroom sets and get an additional 10% on credit purchases of any bedroom set. Want quality products that provide value at the best prices backed by full warranty? We've got you. Plus, shop today and pay later with Quartz Ready Finance. Whatever you need, we've got you. Only at Quartz, bringing value home.
At Bloombox, we now carry and are fully stocked in granola fertilizers. Urea 46%, great for leafy green 15-15-15, great for all vegetables or young fruit trees 20-20-20, best for foliar spray and seedings and small vegetables 12-12-17, great for tree crops, all flowering vegetables and fruits 12-24-12, root crop fertilizer like dasheen and white potato 12-4-28, great for tree crops, all flowering vegetables and fruits, red potash for fruit trees and vegetables. All the fertilizers you need are available at Bloombox, located on Federation Drive, Goodwill, second property on the right after the Valley League Road. Your one-stop shop for everything that grows. Let's bloom together.
You asked for it and you got it. A quicker way to pay your bills online. It's fast, secure, and easy to use. No registration, no additional fees. Flow is now offering FastPay, an online service that allows you to settle your bills in less than 2 minutes. Need a receipt? FastPay will send it to your email immediately. Use FastPay now for convenience, safety, and efficiency at discoverflow.co/fastpay. Whoa!
Energy, strength, vitality. The dream that gives us strength for the extra mile. Vitamalt food. Delicious, refreshing, and healthy. Taste it. Rich in vitamin B. Vitamalt, the magical source of energy you know and love. Drink it. Boy, that's nicely. I love my Vitamalt there. Vitamalt. Vitalized naturally. Distributed by Belfast Estate Limited.
All right, we're going to engage Dr. Fontaine just for a few minutes. We have another stop coming up. Dr. Fontaine, of course, the IACRHR, sorry, has issued a statement that has gone viral. I'm sure you have listened and you're paying attention to even government's response to this news release coming out of Washington, D.C. What's your take, Doctor? What's your take?
Matt, good morning to you and to your listeners. Let me say I'm extremely pleased at the statement that has been released by the Inter-American Commission for Human Rights. You may recall that when we spoke the last time, I indicated to you that we were reaching out to every possible international organization that deals with those issues. And we are very happy to see that this first one has responded in the way that they did, sending a very clear message to the government of Dominica that they are being observed, they have been watched. You will notice that in the statement, they indicated that they've been following since 2018. So they're very much au courant with what is going on in Dominica. I'm very pleased at the stance that they took, in particular, when they said that they made it credible to the government that the American Convention on Human Rights explicitly guarantees every citizen's right to vote and engage in public affairs. You know, basically talking about the importation of voters and how that doing that, involving themselves in that practice, puts another part of the populace at a disadvantage. In other words, if you're going to be having persons from overseas vote, it must be an even playing field where every voter has the equal chance of participation. But the way that the government is going about it, it is clearly wrong. They also had a lot to say about the importance of respecting people's rights to protest, that this they need that they've underscored that social protests play a crucial role in the preservation and strengthening of democratic systems, encompassing the right to freedom of expression, peaceful assembly, and association. So basically, they're saying that the people of Dominica have every right under the Human Rights Convention to be able to protest peacefully, to assemble peacefully, and this right should not be interfered with. So overall, I'm extremely pleased with this response from the Human Rights Council. That is a council that also can take further action if they see it fit. And it is very important to put the government on notice that their actions are not going unnoticed in the rest of the world, and that people are looking very closely at what they do here in Dominica.
Somebody, I think the ERC has already issued a preliminary response, and they're saying that the government of Dominica seemed desperate because they have responded. What do you think of their response?
Yes, but I've seen a draft response from the government. I think that is one of panic. It seems to me. The thoughts that they've expressed trying to contradict the proof that is there. That is an independent body that has been doing their own investigations as part of the Organization of American States, a body that is set up by that institution to which Dominica is a member. And the fact that the government is responding the way they have tells me that the government is clearly in panic, and a government that is now realizing that the actions of using the police, weaponizing the police against the people of Dominica, using police officers to basically carry out their dirty work against the opposition, that this will not go unpunished, this will not go unnoticed. And their response is clearly one of panic. That's what I would like to focus on. I see panic. I see government that is clearly understanding now the full force of their actions and how terrible it is in the eyes of the rest of the world, the way that they have dealt with their own people. Because anytime a supposedly democratic government begins to unleash the police forces against its people, begins to weaponize the police force against the people, that is a huge red flag that the rest of the world that believes in democratic traditions does not take lightly. And we expect, beyond the inter-American, we expect some comment from the United Nations Human Rights Council as well, and other human rights groups across the world. We expect all of them to weigh in on this issue in Dominica. It's a serious one, where we feel our rights are being undermined
our right to free protest, our right to free assembly, where every time we stand up in public, the police feel they have a right to brutalize us, to arrest us, to throw us in jail. That cannot continue. This is not the Dominica that we want for ourselves. And the fact that this government continues to engage in this behavior, the rest of the world is simply telling it, you guys need to be careful, you need to be watchful, you need to respect the fundamental rights that are guaranteed to the citizens of Dominica. And I hope that message is going through this government.
Thank you, Mr. Fontaine. But before you go, speak to us quickly because I'm being told that the Patriots are standing. A big meeting is being planned for the 24th of April, next Thursday. That is. What can you tell us about it? You said standing together. That's the theme. What will happen there? Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. The theme is standing together. We are calling all of Dominica. All. When I say all, I mean every single Dominican who can participate with us to join us. We are talking about, independence, UWPI, freedomites, those with no affiliation. Come out, support us. Let us stand together as Dominica because what we're doing, Matt, is for the betterment of Dominica. A United Workers' Party Team Dominica is standing for a Dominica that is more prosperous, a Dominica that is growing, a Dominica that takes care of its young people, that looks after its elderly people. That's the kind of party that we have, and that's the kind of thing, of message that we are sending out there. And next Thursday, on the Arch in Roseau, we are calling all of Dominicans to rally around and let us stand and send a very strong message of solidarity that we're in this together, that we're fighting together for the future of our country. So I'll be hoping to see every single person who is listening tonight, especially those of you in the Roseau area, come out in your numbers. It's been a wonderful evening on Thursday from 6 o'clock. Come out and let us stand together for country and for Dominica.
I'm happy this is going on because when I spoke to Mr. Blackmon the last time, he said, and I can quote him, he said, you need no permission for any meeting.
That is correct, Matt. That has always been the case. Nor did we need any permission for assembling peacefully as well. There's no permission required for that. So, the people of Dominica can rest assured that you do not need a police permission for any kind of public meeting. That happens routinely in Dominica. And that's just another political meeting that we are having. So people are encouraged to come out without fear of any problems. We are a peaceful party, we are a peaceful country, and we just want to send a very strong message of solidarity that we are standing for Dominica. We're standing for a better Dominica, a Dominica that will be the envy of the rest of the Caribbean. And we are building this together. It's no one person, it's no one party is able to do it. So let us build together. Let us work together. And I will really encourage everyone to show their solidarity on Thursday and come out. You'll get a chance as well to see the persons who have been arrested and meet with them, talk to them, and just, spend a really great time there on Thursday night.
All right, Dr. Fontaine, I'm sure we'll be hearing a lot more about the big meeting planned there for next Thursday. Thank you very much. We'll continue to talk.
Thanks a lot.
All right, all the time. Let's take a break. When we come back, we'll be talking to Eastside Trading. Then we'll go to our friend, Mr. Clarence Christian, and his big statement. I'm hoping that he calls in this morning to clarify. Hello, talk to me on the telephone.
The Dominica Cycling Association announced its official race for 2025, carried for April 20th, 2025. This Sunday, all adult cyclists are advised to get ready. The route is as follows. The race begins from Maboy's Bar to Collio and back, and then up Point Michel, back down to Maboy's Bar. Everyone is invited to come out and support the cyclists. The Dominica Cycling Association would like to thank its official sponsors, the Dominica Olympic Committee, KFC Dominica, Fine Foods Inc., Josephine Gabriel and Company Limited, Maboy's Bar, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, Ronald Charles and Associates, Sagico Insurance, Auto Trade Limited, Fresh Market. A special thanks to Gary FM, Dominica Police Force, Red Cross, the St. Alfonso Scout Troop, and Q95 FM Radio, the big station. Big news, Dominica! DeWitt Center is now even closer to you with the opening of DeWitt Center Express, conveniently located on Cork Street, right next to Fresh Market. Get all your home improvement essentials fast with everything from tools and paints to home decor and more. Plus, enjoy the same great service you know and trust. Now, just a quick stop in the city. Visit us today at Do It Center Express, your partner in home improvement. Now, closer than ever. Market. When money don't come, then your pocket don't touch you. Fresh market. We are open 7 days a week with the top of the line products. We're on stock, supermarket and pharmacy, health and beauty care, fresh produce and meats prepared daily, hot and cold kitchen, ready to go meals, sandwiches, salads, and desserts at your fingertips. Easy access, located on the bayfront, environment friendly, and our staff are approachable and ready to assist. Have you figured out who we are? You got it. Fresh your one stop. Fresh market, fresh market,
Now available at ESA Trading Limited Showroom Department, a wide range of household items and accessories. Plates in porcelain, ceramic, clear and colored. Bowls in glassware, plastic and porcelain. Pot sets and frying pan sets. Glasses for all occasions. Knife sets and cutlery. Water jugs and storage containers. Wooden spoon sets. Dish strainers. Chopping boards. Bath towels, shower curtains, and bed sheet sets, curtain rods, living room sets, recliners, and dining room sets, mats and rugs, and so much more. All at unbeatable prices. Visit us today. We are located at the corner of Kennedy Avenue and Dame Eugenia Charles Boulevard, Roseau. ESA Trading Limited, making a difference for you.
Attention Electoral Trading Limited loyalty card holders. Easter special. Shop Saturday, April 19th, Easter Saturday, and receive double points on your loyalty card. ESA Trading Limited, we are making a difference for you.
Something good. Something good.
Fantastic news from ESA Trading Limited, presenting yet another top quality, unbeatably priced product brought in especially for you. Just received world-class clear brand canned tuna in chunks and flakes, available in sunflower oil and brine. Prices as low as $2.95 per can. Yes, you heard right. Clear brand canned tuna, perfect for delicious dishes at home, in restaurants and hotels. Shop and save today on world-class clear brand tuna, available at E-Star Trading Limited. ESA Trading Limited, working hard every day to make a difference for you.
Something good.
All right. Good morning, Dominica. We don't have Greta in the house this morning, but we have Ferguson. Good morning, taking the seat there this morning. Good morning to you, Ferguson. How you doing? Representing East Side this morning. How are you, sir?
Good morning, Matt, and good morning to all your listeners. And of course, a special good morning to the management and staff of ESA Trading Limited, and a wonderful morning to our many customers and potential customers, of course.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's happening at ESA this morning?
Well, Matt, as always, there's a lot happening at Easter Trading Limited, and Easter is something that we always look forward to. And we have just received some of the best products on island here at Easter Trading Limited in our supermarket department. We have our customers and your favorite, most likely, our Bisque Farm brand biscuits, only available at Easter Trading Limited. Whether you're looking to satisfy your taste buds and sweet tooth, of course, we got you covered. We have just received our just ginger, our cashew scripts, chocolate cookies, coconut cookies, buttermilk cookies. All these flavors are so tantalizing to my ears and to the ears of our listeners as well. We also have our English cream crackers, our malt milk, cocoa ice, our glucose, Of course, your favorite bourbons, our jammy, let's jam with you, and our jumbo flavors. We have chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry. And of course, our valued customers and potential customers, don't forget to try our Pure Haven 100% apple juice, refreshing and satisfying in this calm, hot summer season. Don't forget, these are unbeatable prices right here at ISA Trading Limited. And stop by for our special promotion on our 1 liter 2 for only $9.95. You can't go wrong with this price.
We're gonna take a break and come back.
Yes,
Right
definitely.
after this, coming back.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Eastern Trading Limited massive Easter sale is now on, starting today until April 25th, 2025. 15% discount on all upholstery furniture, selected desks, and world famous Ronic power tools. 15% discount on all television sets. 15% discount on 5, 10, and 15-year rum. 1 liter Pure Heaven 100% apple juice, 2 for $9.95. Joel margarine, 15 kilograms, 33 pounds. That is now only $75. 1 liter Pure Heaven tropical drink, only $6.95. Canned tomato soup, now only $3.95. And check in store for many other special prices. E-Star Trading Limited. We are making a difference for you.
Step on for the game changer. The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
All right, let's go back to Ferguson here, representing Eastside this morning. Back to you.
Thank you, Matt. And of course, that's my favorite part of this infomercial. And we come next to our champion products. And like I always like to say, if you want to cook like a champion, eat like a champion, and shop like a champion, there's no place better than ISA Trading Limited, where you can find all your champion branded products. We have our icing sugar, our custard powder, the perfect addition to your cocoa tea, and wow, what a combination, Matt, for the cool season. Not forgetting our chow mein, our macaroni. We have the elbow, pen, shells, twirls, our bow tie, and spaghetti. All these flavors are perfect for the upcoming festivities and recognized days. Of course, we have Mother's Days, and don't forget Easter coming up next week. Not forgetting our Clio products, we have our mackerel in tomato sauce. That's 425 grams for $5.15. We also have our mackerel in vegetable oil in two sizes. That's 425 grams and 20 grams. Our sweet corn, of course, all-time favorite, and our sardines in vegetable oil. We also have a special sale on the sardines in vegetable oil. That's 155 grams. You can buy 4 for $8.95. Not forgetting the all-time favorite Clio tuna. We have them in both chunks and flakes, in brine and sunflower oil. So we have options for you guys to choose from. So come on down at ISA Trading Limited. And in addition to our favorite Clio tuna product, we have an ongoing deal purchase. So you can purchase 4 Clio tuna for only $9.75. You don't want to miss these Easter deals happening right here at ISA Trading Limited. Also available in store are your world-class polio products, which have been trusted for over 50 years with zero customer complaints. 50 years, your Sapolio products. Come on down to ISA Trading Limited and ask for these world-class products. Of course, they are the best on the island and perfect for your home and your family. We have kitchen cleaner, dishwashing liquid and paste, air freshener, and ultra detergent. And now, my favorite of the favorite, Matt, I always use it at my home, and I think you should definitely run on down to Easter Trading Limited and purchase this particular product and add it to your shopping Easter list. And we have the Sapolio Chloro Bleach, or 5 kg is $15.95, and we have the small for $3.95. It's the safest, of course, and best choice for you and your family, budget friendly, with guaranteed satisfaction. So now, customers, you're going to add Sapolio bleach to your Easter shopping list and beyond. I mean, why not clean with the best product in Dominica? So, Matt, we're going to take a 1 minute break so we can really bring our customers to our showroom department and really give them the experience virtually and through my voice as to what to expect here at Easter Trading Limited.
All right, back after this.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Eastern Trading Limited massive Easter sale is now on, starting today until April 25th, 2025. 15% discount on all upholstery furniture, collective desk, and world famous Ronix power tools. 15% discount on all television sets. 15% discount on 5, 10, and 15-year rum. 1 liter Pure Heaven 100% apple juice, 2 for $9.95. Jewel margarine, 15 kilograms, 33 pounds, that is, now only $75. 1 liter Pure Heaven tropical drink, only $6.95. Canned tomato soup, now only $3.95. And check in store for many other special prices. E-Star Trading Limited. We are making a difference for you.
Step out ready for the game changer. The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Something good. Something good.
Fantastic news from E-Star Trading Limited, presenting yet another top quality, unbeatably priced product brought in especially for you. Just receive world-class clear brand canned tuna in chunks and flakes, available in sunflower oil and brine. Prices start as low as $2.95 per can. Yes, you heard right. Clear brand canned tuna, perfect for delicious dishes at home, in restaurants and hotels. Shop and save today on world-class clear brand tuna, available at E-Star Trading Limited. E-Star Trading Limited, working hard every day to make a difference for you.
Something good.
Back to you, Fabi.
Thank you, Matt, so much. And thank you so much to our customers who are listening to us right now, as well as our potential customers. And now, where if you're feeling a bit hot and you want to really stock up on your ice for your cold drinks, your cocktails, I have the perfect place for you to visit. And that's our showroom department that's upstairs of our main store in Rose on the Bayfront. So now we have just restocked on our fridges, our chest freezers, our display freezers, our washing machines, and the stoves. Our stoves we have from 20-inch to 30-inch, and of course, 4 to 6 burners. So that's the just restock section upstairs. So when you come to the main store, you just want to take a little walk up the stairs and really go through how many products that we have available at Easter Trading Limited. And of course, Matt, I really want to talk to our customers about something really exciting happening at Easter Trading Limited. We're continuously looking for ways to really give back to our customers while making your shopping experience the best you have ever had here in Dominica. So don't miss out on our promotions happening right now. Our showroom department, we are offering 50%, that's 15% discount, 15% on all TVs, upholstered furnitures, our XM ROMs, our desk, and your favorite Ronix power tools. And of course, we do have a few promotions that you can also look forward to. And of course, I do hope that I'll be seeing some of our customers and potential customers as well on Saturday, as we'll be having our Lent ends, but great taste never does promotion. That's happening at Easter Trading Limited outside of our main store from 10 to 12 p.m. Of course, we will be making available for you to try our all-time favorite Clio Tuna product, our Pure Haven, our Matux Mayo, of course, your favorite Matux brand, and of course, our English cream cracker. Also at Lindomat happening, still ongoing. We have the Spring into Savings promotion that's happening at Lindomat in Goodwill. So it lasts until May 5th, 2025. So if you're hoping that, hey, I'm going to run out of time for me to head over to Lindomat or to ESA's, fear not. It's going to end on May 5th. So you have the May Day shopping experience where you can still, participate in our promotions happening. So when you spend $25 or more on our selected products from ESA Trading Limited, your one-stop shop and favorite shopping store in Dominica, you win instant gifts, plus you discover our branded and banded items with free gifts. Like we always say, fresh deals, fantastic prizes, and surprise galore. Now, our moms, we have not forgotten you guys. Of course, we know Mother's Day is upcoming. And of course, at ESA Trading Limited, we always want to show our appreciation to our moms and our dads and our customers. So thank you so much from ESA Trading Limited for always making ESA Trading Limited your number one shopping store with the best experience, best products, quality products, and satisfaction guaranteed. So ESA Trading Limited, of course, is celebrating Mother's Day this year in grand style with a super grand Mother's Day raffle. 3 words, 2 words, super grand. It's going to be an awesome experience, and we're looking forward to engaging our moms and showing appreciation. So yes, you don't want to miss our Mother's Day promotion at ESA Trading Limited. So you're going to spend $50 or more, and you're going to write your mother's name, address, and telephone number on the back of your receipt and place it in the box provided to take part in our grand Mother's Day raffle. So guys, it's all exciting. I'm definitely looking forward for my mom to head down to ESA Trading Limited and really shop $50 or more and get this great and wonderful grand galore experience at ESA Trading Limited. And here's what you get a chance to win from your favorite shopping center in Roseau. You or your mom, you're gonna help your mom win of these fabulous prizes, Matt. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you at ESA Trading Limited and getting some of the best Clio and branded products right at ESA Trading Limited. Our first prize is a 9 kg washing machine. The second prize is a 4-burner gas stove. Our third prize, of course, an industrial blender. And fourth prize, is a 4.5 liter electric air fryer, Matt. So if you're planning on really upgrading your appliances at home after the Easter, heading to the summer, your family is coming down to experience the summer here in Dominica, and you really want to get the best appliance to keep them really engaged and satisfied. I know we do have some standards to meet in our family. So take part in this raffle to upgrade your appliance. You're winning a washing machine. We know over the summer, the kids like to get themselves dirty after playing in the mud or getting all sweaty off. So this is your opportunity to win a 9 kg washing machine and of course a 4-burner gas stove. I mean, you can't go wrong with a 4-burner gas stove, Matt, because people like me, we love cooking a lot over the summer when we have family. So if you like to cook like me and you don't want to wait an hour to eat, then that's definitely your opportunity as well. And industrial blender for all your smoothies. It's the very hot summer, guys. So you want to take part in this to really make your favorite smoothies with all products here at ESA Trading Limited. And of course, a 4.5 liter electrical air fryer. So if you're on a diet and you want to really decrease your oil or the fat in your food, that's your opportunity. So we're targeting you guys. So please come down. The promotion runs from today, April 17th. So if you're planning on coming to Roseau, this is your chance. Go ahead to ESA Trading Limited. I will be looking forward to seeing you guys. Shop $50 or more to take part, and the promotion ends on May 11th, 2025. Remember, ESA Trading Limited, we're making a difference for you. Not forgetting as well, on Saturday, you have this opportunity to times your points for our loyalty card program. And of course, loyalty card holders, you get double points when you shop on Saturday this Easter Saturday. So Matt, it was a lot because there's a lot happening Easter Trading Limited. So exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to
I
seeing you.
see, given the excitement, you were not prepared to stop at this time.
Yeah.
The excitement is in the air.
Indeed, Matt.
So
Yes.
go shop at Eastside Trading this weekend. Thank you. Great job, Ferguson. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Matt.
Bye-bye.
Trading Limited loyalty card holders, Easter special. Shop Saturday, April 19th, Easter Saturday, and receive double points on your loyalty card. Easter Trading Limited, we are making a difference for you.
Something good. Something good.
Fantastic news from Eastside Trading Limited, presenting yet another top quality, unbeatably priced product brought in especially for you. Just received world-class clear brand can tuna in chunks and flakes, available in sunflower oil and brine. Prices start as low as $2.95 per can. Yes, you heard right. Cleo brand canned tuna, perfect for delicious dishes at home, in restaurants and hotels. Shop and save today on world-class Cleo brand tuna, available at Eaststar Trading Limited. Eaststar Trading Limited, working hard every day to make a difference for you.
Something good. Something good.
All right, Dominica, we're back here. This is the Hot Sit, Dominica's most talked about talk show. Again, I'm going to give Mr. Clarence Christian, some people might not be happy about that, but I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. And I'm giving him a chance to call in to clarify. So here's what everybody's talking about.
Clarence Christian, the spokesperson for the Dominica Labor Party and Government of Dominica, has admitted that the International Airport project is currently on hold. The government and the people of Dominica, who will ultimately bear the cost, are facing a huge financial burden. Take a listen.
The stockpiling of material is behind. So what is the solution? And Clarence, it is going to cost the airport company or the government of Dominica more money because as I speak, the manager and the chief engineer is now in China looking for another quarry. No. That is going to cost a lot of money.
Wait, did he just say the manager and chief engineer in China are searching for another quarry? Let me rewind.
The manager and the chief engineer is now in China looking for another quarry.
What exactly is a quarry? A quarry is a large pit where stone or other materials are extracted. It's part of a mountain or large landmass. So are two officials trying to fly or ship an entire mountain or land from China to Dominica? After hearing the Prime Minister claim that Dominican fishermen make $45,000 a day, anything seems possible. What's your take?
So, Mr. Clarence Christian, if you're listening, somebody's listening, ask him to give me a call. He usually does. So, if he's going to clarify just what I've heard there, 449-3095, 449-3096, 449-3097. Mr. Clarence Christian, are you available this morning to clarify? I'm giving you, a chance to, of course, clarify what we're hearing at this time. Does not make any sense, but I'm still giving you a chance. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. They'll talk to me on the telephone, yes? On the telephone, are you there? Quickly, please. We have to go.
Yeah, that if you have been a fool by being proud of property evil, cover your mouth in shame. As the bearing of cream yields butter, and striking the nose causes bleeding, so stirring up anger causes quarrel. That is in Proverbs 30, verse 6, go down to 15. So you see, sometimes you go and say something and it's not it is, and you get yourself in trouble. You understand? So you have to be wise when you speak.
That's why I always tell you, just think before you speak. because it's rather to be thought of always as a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. I'm still giving Clarence the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he'll call and clarify.
Matt,
Yeah.
I don't know what happened in there. That make me laugh because Saturday, I was in the northeast and north area and passed through from Marigot to go back to Portsmouth and realize the quarry in Hempstead is actually sealed off by some Chinese kind of railing. So I don't know what was happening there. They were taking a lot of stuff there and they stopped for a while because the quarry there has a whole fencing around it and no activities going on there. That was one of the main areas they were taking stuff, the quarry down there in Hempstead. They were taking stuff to bring to the proposed international airport.
Interesting. 4493095 96 and 97. Let's give Mr. Clarence Christian the benefit of the doubt, huh? Hello, talk to him on the telephone. Yeah, are you there? Yes.
Yeah, Matt. What they looking for a quarry?
Quarry,
A
yeah.
mountain to. If I didn't know better, I would say that somebody maybe abducted his voice. Oh my, what a comedy.
All right, hello, talk to him on the telephone. Are you there? Yes. Caller, are you there?
Good morning, Matt.
To you. Morning.
But what Clarence was saying last night,
What was he saying or was he trying to say?
well, I mean, different interpretations, I guess, is that he's blaming Edison James for us wanting a new quarry. He has accused Edison James of putting in a restraining order, an injunction on his family's property. His family apparently has a quarry. I don't know where that quarry is located, if it's in Marigot. Also joined with, he named a Celia Fadell. So I don't know if we can get some clarification from Mr. James what's going on, if he has put a stop on the state utilizing the hardcore pumice from quarry belonging to his family, because Mr. Clarence Christian accused Mr. James of that publicly last night. I just need that clarified. God bless.
Matt, help me. Allow me to spin something for Clarence. That was an AI generated propaganda. Not Clarence speaking, but the UWB fellas. 4493095. Hello, talk to me. Yes?
Hello, good morning to you, Mr. Matt Peltier.
Well, I'm happy you called, Clarence. I said I gave you the benefit of the doubt. So help me clarify, Clarence.
All I am requesting of you, Matt Peltier, is to do not interrupt me when I'm speaking. Let me see what I have to say, and then you will ask me questions when I finish.
I'm listening to you. That's why I asked you to call, Clarence. Hey, I want to hear what you have to say.
Let me tell you what we have been saying, what we have found out, what we have been saying.
Okay.
The Chinese is constructing the international airport. Every aspect of the construction is over, right? Except the stockpiling of material. And the reason why the stockpiling of material, and I can tell you the percentage, is 48.9% behind where they should have been.
Okay.
And then the reason for this is because Mr. Edison Kenfield James filed a matter in the court to have the quarry stopped and the crusher crushing the stone stopped where it is currently located. The court did not give a full closure, but curtailed the operations of the quarry significantly, because the quarry was operating 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day, including Saturdays and Sunday.
Okay.
So the court gave the time that the quarry can operate and the crusher can operate from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday. So you cannot operate on a Saturday and you cannot operate on a Sunday, and they cannot go up to 11 o'clock. So that is a number of hours that they are behind. When the Chinese do their assessment, they have found out they are 48.9%. I have the figure before me. I woke up there. I can tell you what I'm saying. 48.9%.
Oh, so you're hold on, Clarence. I'll still allow you. Are you confirming that you work up there? Okay. Well, tell me more. Tell me more.
Up there, it's no secret.
Okay, tell me.
I do accounting work up there. It's no secret. So they are 48.9% behind schedule. So what they have done is they have gone to China to look for another crusher. I intended to say crusher so I had a slip of the tongue. Instead of saying crusher in my speaking, and I speaking very fast, I said quarry.
Okay.
So that is it. So I said they are looking for another crusher to set up in the Debord area because they have done the testing up there. They have found out the material that is suitable to test the thing up there. So they're looking for another crusher so that they can get back to where they want to be. If they continue this way, there would be a significant delay in getting aggregates and crushing material for the international airport, basically. But Matt, let me tell you, the significant thing we will mention is that the area where the crusher and the quarry is currently is the very same area where Edison James was planning to put his crusher and his quarry for the construction of the so-called international airport under UWP. He had already leased the land for Celia Fidel, and the rest of the land was belonging to the government of Dominica. So I am saying, if you are going to put your own crusher there in the very same vicinity, in the very same area, what is wrong now when the government is having a crusher in the same place? This is what people have to understand. What is wrong now?
Well, I'm gonna ask. Of course, I will reach out to Mr. Edison James to get his story. But Clarence, I'm hearing too that we may spend a lot more money than we intended to on that international airport.
Huh?
I'm hearing that we might spend a lot more on the international airport than we intended to. Is that correct?
If you already have a crusher established, a significant amount, a huge crusher established, you now have to go and get another crusher. You now have to go and set up another quarry in a different location, which is further from the airport. You have to pay more transportation to carry it. Is it going to increase cost?
That be of course obvious. That would be.
This is what I'm saying. It is going to increase cost because you have to now bring in another crusher from China, another huge crusher from China. You have to go and clear the land, the other land area, clear it, and do everything. Set up a new crusher up there. That is going to increase cost. To transport the material from the new crusher to the thing is going to increase cost.
Okay, let's help us, Clarence. Of course, as you said, you did not intend to use the word quarry. You intended to say crusher.
What I wanted to say, crusher. It got a slip of the tongue in talking, and I was talking about quarry, and then when I came to say the Chinese went up there, I said crusher. I said quarry instead of using the word crusher. Is the equipment, the crusher that is crushing the stones and whatever it is.
Okay.
That is what they're looking for. They cannot bring a mountain into Dominica. I mean, that is so silly. So somebody could be using AI to do those type of things. I mean, that is so silly. It is simple to understand. How can you take a mountain and bring it down from China to bring it down to Dominica?
Again, Clarence, thank you for the clarification. That's what I said. I wanted to give you a chance. Now listen to Mr. Let's try to get Mr. Edison James on the phone. Thank you, Mr. Clarence Christian. I love to get the other side of the story. And of course, I will try to get Mr. Edison James to give his side of the story, and we can continue the discussion. Mr. James is, as we speak, at another very important meeting, and he will give us his response a little later when he becomes available. Okay, Clarence? Let's get Mr. Edison James' side of the story. But more telephone calls are coming in. It's already 11 minutes before 11 o'clock. Talk to me. Yes.
Matt, just quickly, Clarence correction again, you made another error, or you would need more crushing material. More crushed materials. But Matt, the quarry, he did not elaborate. Did the court close the quarry or give a different time frame to operate, let's say from Monday to Friday, and weekends they cannot operate? Did they permit a complete closure or order the complete closure and not blame it on the rain? Could it be it's a perfect, not did you hear? Did you hear Edison James talking about the noise and the dust?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He made a comment and talk about, they're using dynamites and stuff like that. So, Matt, even if it's not Edison James, based on the proximity of his residence, if it was me or a laborite, then would it be a problem? So now we're going to blame it on Edison James. And can a crusher be accessed in Dominica? Can we contract somebody in Dominica with a crusher or maybe in the region? Why every damn thing have to come from China in its modern colonization, Matt, of the region, and everybody want to blame America as the world police? Yeah, America. But none of them don't want to go to China and resident. All of them want to go to America, and I'm not defending America. So, Clarence, when you're speaking, take your time, my brother. You just say we need crushing, we need more crushing material. You need more crushed material, and not you need to do your own investigation because I sense and I smell a rat.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, and again, it was not AI. Somebody was suggesting may have been AI generated. No, no. He said it was a slip of the tongue. But America, you heard? America's watching you. Trying to source another crusher from China. Oh boy. Oh boy. Dominica, we have to watch very, very closely the kind of relationship we're building with China. Somebody says, no problem. The more crushers we have in Dominica, the better. So there'll be less problems to clear land for developers in other areas in the future. So let China bring another crusher. According to Clarence, it is cheaper to get another crusher in China than to relocate the existing crusher to another location. Huh? Of course, Mr. Clarence is doing the accounts. The accounts there for this Chinese company. So Clarence is currently engaged with working with this Chinese company there. I'm happy to you, my brother, or for you, my brother. Somebody says, tell Currens it is not November 3rd, so hold his team boy for himself. On the telephone, hello, talk to me. We have what? How many minutes? 6 more minutes. Talk to me. Oh, let's move on. Are you there, caller? Yes?
Matt, how you doing? Happy Easter.
Happy Easter to you, sir.
Yeah. Matt, when you get a chance again, and you have you're doing an interview with Mr. Fontaine, can you please ask him if he's a U.S. citizen?
Okay.
I just want to know.
Well, if he was a U.S. citizen, he would not be able to participate in Dominica elections. Al, think and think and think, Al. I'm asking you. I'm telling you a fact. If he is a U.S. citizen, he would not be able to participate in Dominica's election. I'm claiming it all for you now. You want me to call Fontaine to say the very same thing?
Let Mr. Fontaine tell me.
I'm telling you because I know it for a fact. If he was a U.S. citizen, he would not be able to participate in our election.
But I want Mr. Fontaine to say, I'm not a U.S. citizen.
449. Your head is very hard sometimes, you know. Your head is. Of course, we're not talking about Thompson Fontaine at this time, but I'll get Thompson Fontaine to tell you he's not a U.S. citizen, okay? Because I know that for a fact. But you wanted to hear it from him, so yes. Al is basically trying to change the narrative. But man did not go school behind the blackboard. 10 what? 55. Hello, talk to me on the telephone. Yes.
I'm not going to change the spin of your show, but I just want to ask Al a question.
Ask Al a question.
I am going to ask you a question. Is it true that you're recruiter of labor rights for the Labour Party for voting in Dominica, Al? Can you answer the people, Al? Can you? But on another note, I heard words to the effect that like it's the people on the protest that started sending stone and hurting and injuring the policeman. To me, I heard that on that.
He started sending the stones?
To me, that I heard on when thing was reading. Sorry. What's his name was reading that thing from the government here. To me, that's what I heard. Like that the protesters that started it. That's a lie. And them people sitting down and people watch the whole video, so them people know exactly what was going on. Skerrit and Blackmore think they will all labor rights in Dominica, but tell Skerrit and Blackmore they cannot fool the people on the other side that have intelligent eyes on the ground, in the ear, and on the every part of it. Sorry, they cannot do that. Them people watch the video. They know everything that was going on. When the lady standing there, the news reporter standing there, she was in the policeman's space. All you tell her calmly, you shouldn't be standing there, darling. Can you just move aside from where you're standing? He did not get hostile with her. He got hostile with her. Maybe all that maybe agitated the people that maybe were doing whatever they had to do. So nobody sent stone before anything. So they're lying.
All right.
They're showing it clearly. And what the police did. And they shouldn't have done that. If at all people try to take out barricades, where tear gas was coming out, there are rubber bullets and maybe even actual bullets. Nobody know what was going on. Tell them people to stop taking everybody for donkeys. Everybody not donkeys. People are common sense. And when the people looking at the videos, they will see clearly that all you lying for, all you thief, all you trying to cover up. And the OAS, they want the written, whatever the OAS give you, and whatever you send to the OAS, It's time for us to dish it out to the people of Dominica. Don't try to put anything in it because we will know. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Hello, talk to me on the telephone 449-3095. It's what, 2 minutes before? Let's see if we can get a voice note there. Yes.
Matt asked what citizenship Roosevelt Skerrit had when he entered politics. When he entered as Dominica's prime minister, what was his citizenship? Thank you.
You think I would know that? 449-3095. 96 and 7, Dominica, we've got to go. Very, very interested. Let's clean up Dominica now. Yes, all of a sudden, I told you, Thompson is the conversation.
We making no mistake. Ensure that the country we checking our surroundings. Doesn't matter who you are, we condone no bad behavior. To protect Dominica, I am willing to go that far. So from Marigot to Fort Hill, we cleaning from valleys to hills, we cleaning up. Go! Uncle Baba, bring your wheel down, your shovel, bring your boots and gloves, that big winner. Yeah, man. Certain people have you on tidy, but I'm looking for you on my journey. Anywhere I go, I will let them know. On all criminal behavior, I'll be placing the path. Anywhere I go, I will let them know. Prominent people with their
You know, it's we had to demonstrate this morning. We don't get personal, you know. We'll get the other side of the story without getting personal. Clarence Christian, thank you for, of course, responding in such quick time. Giving your side of the story. I'm sure there are other issues to explore on that airport. I will find out.
We're cleaning everything corrupt, we're cleaning up. All ignorant thing divine, we're cleaning up. From murder
So the personal attacks that takes place on the other radio stations
we making no mistake. Make sure that the country
be a little more productive, huh?
doesn't matter who you are.
I'm gone for the morning until
Condone the bad behavior.
1 o'clock.
To protect Dominica, I'm willing to push further. Silver River, we and Guambe, we cleaning up. We cleaning the farm and truck, we cleaning up. Go! Sorry again. Hi, here you. Bring the poor boy. We're gonna clean up every little crime in society. Fighting all those who want this mission. To cause you pain and frustration. Anywhere I go, I will let them know. Those who browse the customer service in government and local business. Anywhere I go, I will let them know. Those who prey on the elderly and the children of this country. For sure, an example must be set. All offenders have to regret. You let you feel some pain. You think you sustain. And for crime you want to abstain. From registry to ministry, we cleaning up. We cleaning the farm up in stock, we cleaning up. Logical to check the hospitals, we cleaning up. From all negligence, come to stop, we cleaning up. I know that you can stand.
It's Holy Thursday. Let's present some good music to reflect the occasion, huh?
Don't you be afraid. Joy comes in the morning. Trouble fade and last away. For that's a friend who will wipe the tears away. And in your heart, just lift your hands. Oh, I know that I can stand. No matter what comes my way. Jesus, let's sing it together. You don't have to. And don't you be afraid. Don't you be afraid. Joy cometh. Joy cometh. Troubles, they don't last always. Troubles, they don't last always. But there's a great nation who will wipe your tears away. And if your heart is broken, just lift those hands. Just lift your hands. Come on, sing it with me. I know I can. Bless your name, Jesus. I know. No matter what may come my way, my life. With Jesus, I can take it. I really love you, Jesus. With him. No matter what may come my way. They seem to get you down. And all your friends and loved ones. All your friends and loved ones. Nowhere to be found. Are nowhere to be found. Remember, there is a friend. Remember that's a friend. Oh, I love him, Who will wipe the tears away. I know he will. And if your heart, this is all you have to do. Lift your heart. Come on and work. Come on. Don't you give up. I know. I know that hang on, joy is coming. I know it is. Jesus, my life. I know I can take it. Okay, no. I have some church in here. No, I know. Yeah. Jesus, my life is in. Every person that's going through, lift your hands and say with me, I know. I got a witness in this. Hallelujah. No matter what they come my way. Hallelujah. My life is in. Oh, I love you so much, Jesus. With you, I know I can. Oh, bless your name, Jesus. No matter what will come. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Come on and say it with me. I know you can. I know you can. No matter what will come my way. Thank you. Hallelujah. I know I can tell you. I'm good. No matter what may come my way. I'll make it through. Hallelujah. Let you go. His grace and mercy. Go with us. We love you. I know it is. Oh, hallelujah. For those of you that think that gospel music has gone too far, you think we've gotten too radical with our message. Well, I got news for you. You ain't heard nothing yet. And if you don't know, now you know. Glory, glory. You better put your hands together and act like you know what you hear. GP.
You can't take my joy, devil. Easy Rock 95.1. More rock, less talk while you work. The latest soft rock, hit after hit. Tune into Easy Rock 95.1, the best mid-morning show in the right here. Q95, the big station.
The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion is here.
Eastern Trading Limited massive Easter sale is now on, starting today until April 25th, 2025. 15% discount on all upholstery furniture, electric desk, and world famous Ronix power tools. 15% discount on all television sets. 15% discount on 5, 10, and 15-year rum. 1 liter Pure Heaven 100% apple juice, 249.95. Joel margarine, 15 kilograms, 33 pounds, that is now only $75. 1 liter Pure Heaven pickle drink, only $6.95. Canned tomato soup, now only $3.95. And check in for many other special prices. A-Star Trading Limited. We are making a difference for you.
Step on for the game changer. The emperor, the conqueror, the champion, the lion.
You are my strength when I am weak. You are the treasure that I seek. In my all in all. Seeking you as a precious jewel, or to give up I'd be a fool. You are my all in all. Taking my cross, my shame, rising again, I bless your name. You are my all in all. When I fall down, you pick me up. When I am dry, you fill my cup. You are my all in all. Jesus, Jesus, Lamb of God, is You are my strength when I am weak. You are the treasure that I seek. You are my all in all. Seeing you as a precious jewel, Lord, to give up, I'd be a fool. You are my all in all. Oh, Jesus. Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God, worthy is your name. Jesus, Lamb of God.
God be the glory, yeah. Great things He has done, oh yeah. He's sent His Son to draw us out of darkness by the shedding of His precious blood. He has made a way for us, so why don't we bring it again? We as a people got one name, so let's work together in this chosen land. God loves Dominica. It's a chosen land. God loves Dominica. It's a chosen land. God loves Dominica. It's a chosen land. God loves Dominica. Political leaders, religious leaders, community leaders, social leaders, sons and daughters, mothers and fathers, private sector, legislators. It's the chosen land. It's the chosen land. God loves Dominica. It's the chosen land. God loves Dominica. God first in the land. God loves Dominica. The God is the people, yeah. That's how it should be, oh yeah. He is our strength for refuge and the fortress, our help in times of need, oh yeah. We will make the difference only if we try. The nature is